turning down Joe's volume.
Hello, everybody. And had a small little break. Things are happening. I was getting my house renovated, and we're finally back after a while. And the previous time before that, I was dead on my ass, pretty much. So, we're back finally with Curse of Strahd Deliverance. And first, I'd like to say to my players, welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
And we'll go ahead and do introductions. And Moonasaur, please introduce yourself and your character.
I'm Moon. I'm playing Ak the Kobold Barbarian. I don't feel like doing his voice today. Or the opening.
All good.
That's it.
All right, great. Jedi Master.
Yes, I am Jedi Master. Who am I in the game? Oh, I'm Lumiere. She is an astronomer in the guise of a mechanically speaking, a half-elf Circle of Stars druid. And I guess I also may be occasionally controlling Hawksworth, an NPC in the game.
Oh, yes. Next we have Joe Jellyfish.
Hi, I am Joe, and I am also a jellyfish, and I will be playing Benedict Salicinus, a tiefling paladin who's just had a very interesting revelation and is suffering from 1 point of exhaustion because of it.
And lastly, we have Josh.
I'm Josh. I will be playing Literal. He is a satire bard of the spirits, I think. College of Spirits bard with 1 level in Warlock. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, it's been a bit, so you gotta check out the cobwebs. Myself too. I haven't DM'd in probably a few weeks, so I gotta check out my cobwebs as well. But when we last left off, you guys were in Everdusk. Having spoken to I forgot his name already. The head guy there, pretty much, and he's willing to give you a chariot in order to help you get through the mist and make it to the Castle Ravenloft in order to deal with Orlista. However, the chariot unfortunately has lost its power, and he has told you that you'll have to travel to Farbury in order to investigate, as well as to deal with a hag that's there. So you guys are currently hunting a hag, and you require her heart in order for the ritual to be to complete, in order for the chariot to regain its power and allow you to traverse the mist, as well as traverse in between the different regions of the Dark Lords. Throughout this, though, you've also encountered Hawksworth, who was once an enemy, has now become sort of a friend, sort of a colleague, sort of an acquaintance, more of a friend to Ak, I guess, a little bit. They share some camaraderie after having a deep conversation, as much as you can have with Ak at the dinner table. However, during this, a ritual was you asked for a ritual to happen in which you all are bound in a way so that there would be almost no more lying. Bit of a trust exercise. And we are going to start off the next morning. Because quite frankly, I don't remember exactly where we left off. But we will start off, that's me not doing my homework. Oops. But I think this will be better anyway. No, I think I am right. It is in the morning. But you guys will wake up in the morning within Everdusk, and I will come to each one of you individually to find out exactly what you guys are doing. My first thing I wonder is, Lumia, did you? What happened? You don't know.
I didn't sleep in my room. I forgot what room I slept in.
I don't know what room you slept in either. But don't worry.
Okay.
This is why D&D is the way D&D is. All improvisation, and wherever we go. But Lumiere, did you sleep last night?
Yeah, I believe I did. I don't know if we retried the whole I've got my hourglass and a familiar using my wild shape sort of thing that lasts a few hours to try to keep a slight eye on the situation, but that was the plan, to attempt to set up a as long as I have a use of wild shape before bed, and I would have yesterday.
Yes.
To call the Black Hawk to watch over and hopefully continue to start learning to bug me. First of all, if anyone is doing anything hinky, and second of all, when the hourglass is about to run out, which means he's about to run out, and then I can re-summon him for the rest of the evening.
Okay, so yes, I do remember that. You did make
Not intended to be foolproof, but
yeah.
I would have slept because that was my attempt.
And I remember rolling the checks for that, which the Hawk understood completely exactly. So you were able to get it's trained to do that perfectly. So okay, great. You had a full night's rest. And being half elf. Oh, I know, I don't think it was half elf. I'm sorry. And I will come to you first as you begin to stir. Finally, the Hawk, as your eyes flutter open, you see the Hawk looking towards you, just acknowledging that you are awake and that nothing has happened. You can see the glare that it gives you is not one of, ill intent. It's just, it's a Hawk. It's ever watching. But yeah, you wake up to the smell of food downstairs, as much as you can be. It smells like, maybe some roasting meats or so, maybe some eggs, and just the hustle and bustle of Evandusk. On the outside, you can hear people cursing, and maybe you can hear the jingling of ring mail chain and swords being sharpened. What do you do?
Yeah, so I think, although not typically much of a morning person, I don't know whether it's fully justified in character or whether it's my real lapse of time in real life, but I feel like Lumiere is feeling like, okay, we've got a new goal, we've got some safeguards in place, let's try to just attack this new thing. And so she's up pretty well today downstairs, looking around for everybody, and ready to set out on this particular mission.
Okay, great. Next I come to Lithril. What do you do as you...
remember who I slept with, by the way.
Okay. Who'd you sleep with?
Hawks.
Oh, okay.
Because we were gonna teach each other languages.
Oh yeah, okay, we'll get to that. Lithril, you wake up pretty early in the morning. There's no birds chirping, unfortunately, underground here, but you do wake up to your teddy.
So, Lithril will, I guess, grab my stuff, get dressed, head downstairs, see if anyone's around, and if not, then I'll grab some breakfast.
Okay.
And, sit down at a table.
Great, nice and easy.
I like my eggs sunny side up, my bacon crispy, and my coffee black.
Okay, let's see if he has any of that. Okay. So your eggs, they come out.
I'm gonna get porridge, aren't I?
I mean, he's gonna try his best. Your eggs are not really sunny side up. They're up, they're not sunny. You got the bacon, but the bacon's kind of burnt black a little bit, and your coffee is the tankard itself is a little foggy, but hey, it could service.
I've already eaten moldy food in this adventure. I think this is good enough.
Nice. I love the adaptability. Bandit, we'll come to you last. However, Ak, how do you awaken? So you slept with Hawksworth. Did you sleep at the foot of the bed? Did you just curl around like a dog, or did you kick her off, or you just completely taking the bed over and she just had to just deal with it?
Let's find out what I did.
Okay.
I slept at the foot of the bed.
Okay. So, for you,
She kicked me out of the bed.
for you, throughout the night though, you did feel a little bit of kicks at your back. It's apparently the Hawksworth is a little bit of a rough sleeper. From Yeah, she's a bit of a rough sleeper from what you've noticed. You know what? Give me, this might not be your strong suit, but give me an insight check. Because you did wake up a few times in the middle of the night and maybe contemplated, yelling at her to go to sleep, but
12.
12. Okay. From what you noticed from waking up every now and again last night, you did see like her face was a little bit in pain. Perhaps a nightmare. She suffers at night, it seems. But I would assume instinctively you might have known that, maybe it's not your place to deal with it right then, and decides to curl up tighter and go back to sleep. However, she's awake before you. You are not woken up by the sound of swords, but the sound of tightening leather and the light grinding of her flintlock pistol as you like kind of your eye cracks open and you can see she's cleaning out the barrel of the gun, and just preparing herself for the journey. As you flutter open, you see she's kind of like leaning back in the chair and her foot is on the table, and she just kind of like balances on the back 2 feet of the chair, and she just kind of moves. So she kind of like looks over her shoulder towards you, and her hair kind of slightly falls away from her face. Oh, you're up. Good morning, Ak. What was that? I'm sorry.
Hi.
Hey, how'd you sleep? Did you sleep good, Ak?
I'm having issues.
Oh, understood.
I think he's gone back to sleep.
It might have. Oh,
Back her. No, it's good.
okay. Well, I heard that everybody else begin to maneuver around. I think they're heading downstairs. You should get ready. You should get ready.
Eddie.
Yeah, well, not much for you to get ready, right? You just gotta pick up your axe and go.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, let's get some food. I'll treat you to something.
Free food, yes.
She puts her jacket on and stuff like that. She puts her gun back together. You hear like clicks as she shifts the barrel back onto the handle and looks down the sight. She jokingly with a smile points it at you, Ak, for a second, and then twirls it back and puts it back in the holster. She heads toward the door, opens the door, and bows, and after you.
See if I'm too stupid to do this. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay, just kidding. Okay, we just walked out. I wanted to see if I would play along with it, but I'm too fucking stupid. The fucking one. God damn it.
So she's kind of gives you hear a slight chuckle as she closes the door behind you, and you guys begin to walk downstairs to join everybody else. Benedict, as you awaken, your eyes open.
I didn't go to sleep last night.
Oh, I forgot. You did stay up, right? You did stay up. You took the point of exhaustion and decided to stay up beyond that. So, this is what happens instead. So tell me, throughout the entirety of the night, where would we find you currently if you didn't go to sleep?
Benedict is sitting like with his back against on his bed with his back against like the headboard,
Mm-hmm.
kind of hugging his knees, with the cards still spread in front of him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like kind of like idly, like not aggressively, but kind of like tapping his head on the headboard again and again. It's kind of like from all the from an entire night of doing that, like you can already see like the dents and scratches from like the tips of his horns, and he's just like staring blankly.
Okay. So, as you stare blankly, are you looking at the cards or toward the door? Or toward a wall?
It's in the direction of the cards, but he's not looking at the cards.
As you get that blank stare, the world around you begins to go black. The only thing that's left in your peripheral are the cards. They sit there spread out. And as you try to not look toward them, you can see that the faces on the card, the pictures, begin to shift and move. As you look, you just see as this gauntleted hand begins to take the cards and maneuver them about. And then as it begins to maneuver them, you see it gathers them all into a singular pile, shuffles the deck, places it down, and slides it across the blackness towards you. The deck now sits in between your legs.
I shakily go and draw a card.
You pick the card up. You notice immediately that the cards have all changed. At least the singular card has changed, and you can assume that the rest have. The card now, as opposed to its original form, is now completely. The old one was still all black, but now the edges now have this interesting design of chains and a vine with red thorns wrapped around the chain. As it continues around the entirety of the card, and when it goes to the face of the card, you see at the base where the pictures usually are is a head of a tiefling. Except it's two sides. One side where the horns are shaved off, and the other where the horns are elongated. For the one with the elongated horns, you see the face is in the sadistic smile, while the other is in a face of pure dread. You may add to your inventory the Dominus Skiza deck. As you hold it, this deck has now been transformed because you have completed its link with it. If you have a
Excuse that. Yeah, okay, found it.
Mhm.
Okay, wow. Yikes. Okay. And so the cards change. The cards that I drew, like, does it have anything on it besides like just like the general aesthetic thing, or?
Oh well, this card. Let's see what card you drew. You've drawn the Emperor card. See that on the picture is a tiefling, red, dressed in black armor with a long cape that seems to flow out. As the cape flows out, you see in between it are stars. There's a singular flaming sword stabbed in the center. As you look closely, you see just above as it's stabbed are piles and piles of bodies. Give me a perception check.
Perception, that would be 15.
15. As you look down over the bodies, your eyes begin to focus. And some of them seem nondescript, but then others just seem to jump out at you. You see one that you swear is a pink-haired satyr. Another one, you can see that there is a sapphire kobold. One you can swear is Lumiere, and another is some older gentleman that you cannot really place. yet they look strikingly familiar.
I'm gonna thrown off by that older this older gentleman thing. Okay. So I think Benedict was just like put the cards back in the pile
Mm-hmm.
and just start getting ready.
Okay.
He's definitely slower and sloppier than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't put on his chainmail like quite right,
Mm-hmm.
and he drops his shotgun like twice, but he kind of like pulls himself together and walks out of the room and downstairs.
As you put the cards away, you hear just this sound of like a breath, a gasp happen before that darkness kind of fades away. Your vision finally comes back and you're able to put on your armor and everything and prepare yourself and head downstairs. As for everybody else, as you're all in the dining room, you finally see Benedict make his way downstairs, looking a little worse for wear. He looks haggard.
I'll motion with my arm for him to come over.
I kind of like sort of waddle over to him.
Benedict, what's wrong?
This is nothing. We have a hag to hunt, right? So let's
You know,
let us get ready. Then, do we all prepared? Do we need anything? Do any of us know anything about hags?
Benedict, there's very clearly something wrong with you. If you don't want to talk about it, then that's fine, but don't pretend that you're fine. You're not fine.
So do any of us know anything about hags, or are we?
Would I happen to know anything as a wanderer?
You can give me. Oof, I don't want to give you that. You can give me a nature check.
What did you try to give me?
I'm trying to go up. Well, first of all, I can't actually give you an intelligence check. That's just unfair. But then I'm also thinking that
you also gave me an intelligence check, anyways.
yeah, I'm like maybe nature because maybe you'll have a little bit of something in nature, but
still 6.
Till 6, no. Only reason why I gave you nature is because you've lived here, so
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't know why I don't have any pluses into nature. To be honest, I thought I would.
Also, I don't have your sheet up, so I assumed you would have nature.
So did I.
So, however, those of you who are pretty learned, though, you guys are pretty learned. Lumia, you can give me an Arcana. Lumia and Lithril could give me an Arcana because before Lithril has made his transformation, we knew that. And you can give me a religion.
So 16.
Benedict. Okay.
Not within what I've studied, I'm afraid.
Okay.
17.
17. Okay. So with your combination knowledge, what you do know about hags is that they are very, very and fiercely intelligent. Especially in the arcane. And they are very evil. And they come in very different varieties. So each hag has a different way of doing things. So it's about ascertaining exactly what type of hag this is. Although some of them choose to deal with their victims differently. However, putting their victims to sleep before feasting is usually the tall tale sign of a dusk hag. Hags are a bit rarer outside of well, they're pretty rare outside of Barovia, from where you all originate from. They're pretty rare. You have to actually actively go looking out. However, something is a little strange about this one. It's whatever it is or whatever it's doing is that it's feeding from multiple places and moving around. Usually for hags, if you step into their territory, it's maybe once every so often and then they disappear like that. This is a lot.
Does anyone need to acquire anything in town before we head out?
I do not.
No, I don't think so. We should probably get going.
So,
Information doesn't tell us much about what to do with this about this hag, but except that she is probably quite dangerous.
as you guys all congregate around and finish eating and just prepare to leave, the door swings open into the tavern, where you see Moon Derek and two of his other larger henchmen follow closely behind. He says, "Ah, so you're all awake. Great. I have the chariot outside for you. You can use it to travel to Farbury. And would any of you like to drive, or would you rather I send someone with you?" Okay. So, you would, okay, fine. If you would like to drive. Okay. Well, if you're all ready, follow me. As he turns and begins to turns and heads outwards into the Evan Dusk proper. You can see people really aren't paying much mind. However, it is strange as he brings you past the stables to a little back area, and you can see that the chariot is back there. It has like this rosewood sort of body with this sort of like silver etchings on the side. You can see that there's like these rusted metal rails, and originally in this construction, when it was pristine, it was a pretty beautiful carriage, but now it's pretty worn, and the tires, the wheels themselves look a bit worn. However, you can see that as you look at them, the wheels have been maybe hastily affixed. You can see that there are a few nails and things that are maybe a little bit out of place or just extra put on top of each other. So it gives you a weird feeling, but affixed to it, the carriage itself is a singular black maned black horse. Well, here you go. Take good care of it, because if anything happens to it, I have no clue what to do.
Is it like an enclosed type of thing, or is it just like a wagon?
It's an enclosed type of thing, so you can open it. Yeah, you can get in this because it belonged to Madame Ava, and well, it's more it's more of a she as you can tell from when you met her originally, she's a bit showy, especially in this dull drab place. But as he walks over, he opens the door. Please, step in. If you're all ready.
I'll step in first.
Okay.
Is there like so if Ak is going to be sort of up in the stage driving the thing, is there space for another person up there?
Yeah, this is a space for another person.
I'm gonna try to commandeer that space so I can, because I like looking at stuff. Keep my eyes open.
Oh, okay, great. Nice. Those in the carriage, give me a perception check.
That's an 18.
18. Okay. As you're looking around, you're in the carriage. The insides, the interior is a bit plush, although worn. But something kind of catches your eye from off of this. It's like this brown, brown plush leather. You see like this bit of black residue in the corner, like near the door.
I'll go over to it. Maybe like put the tips of my finger in it, see if I recognize the substance or.
You can give me an intelligence check here. See if maybe you can figure out exactly what this is.
15.
And, you've seen it before. This is like residue from a gunshot.
Okay. I'll sit down and wait for Benedict to join me.
Mm-hmm. Benedict, do you go immediately in, or do you want to do anything else before you head in and we embark?
No, Benedict holds himself onto the chariot and just like flops down on one of the seats.
Nice. In the front. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, let them.
Do we know how long the trip will take?
He said it's not too far. It's more like a day's trip. Not that far.
Okay, yeah, because while we're traveling, I want to talk to Benedict.
Oh yeah, definitely. But in the stage, Lumiere, you find a nice. Yeah.
I just want to say, the talk to Benedict, this is not going to be a private conversation. This is like we're all sitting in the same chariot. Just to be sure.
So the two are the Lumiere and Acker on the stage on the front.
Oh, okay, I see.
I assume Hawksworth has to be in there with you.
Yeah, probably.
Hawksworth don't care, but yeah. But in the front though, on the stage, Ack, I'm assuming you hastily climb up and grab the reins. How do you handle this horse? Give me an animal handling check.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay. It kind of it gives you like a really like defiant snort as it looks towards you, but you grab the reins. Shakily though, this may be a bit of a rough ride.
Nope, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. All right, you can't speak of animals. What do you say?
Hey, you listen to me!
You see it kind of turns around and its neck kind of you can speak to me?
Cast spell, yes!
Oh, doing that magic shit. Okay. All right.
You pull card, I protect the cards.
All right, yeah. I'll pull the card. Yeah, you protect the card. Listen, all right. I just require a carrot an hour. That's all I'm saying. That's my rate.
Carrot, cool. Me go get carrots.
All right. Okay. All right. Great. Does your lady friend talk? There you go, carrot stairs. Yeah. Just 1 gold to give you like more than enough carrots for it.
Okay. It's a lot of fucking money for carrots.
Whatever. I'll let you get back.
I'm doing anything with it.
Exactly. As you get back, you sit down. The horse looks at you. Does your lady friend talk as well?
You speak animal?
I have been one of these a few times, but I cannot speak to them right now, no.
She could become a horse?
No, she knows speak.
Hey. Oh, I see what you're saying.
She knows speak, but she could become a horse though. So she can help pull?
Yes. I don't know.
He's looking at me funny, Ak. What is he saying?
He want you help pull.
I don't think so.
Uh,
Not even for the entire bag of carrots.
no, carrots not enough.
All right. You know, I don't get to see many horses here and there, you know, so I just wondered. But all right, fine, all right.
If you want a seahorse, maybe he can do.
Enticing. Maybe, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on the way. Just whenever you want to talk, just cast that. Yeah, I'm going, and he starts to. And the
Why am I
horse.
negotiating with the horse?
And the horse begins to trot along.
Why did we let me do this?
Hey, you can't speak with animals.
I fucking did. That was my plan when no one decided to say, this sounds stupid. I expected somebody to be like, I don't think Ak knows how to talk to animals or handle them.
However, as the horse begins to trot along and the carriage lurches forward, you can see as Munderic just gives you this sort of really cocky, asshole-ish wave as the horse begins to pull around and head through Evandusk and back out the cave entrance in which you entered through. You see the quote-unquote rock doorman as you met when you originally got here kind of lurch out of the way and give sort of like this weird smile as you exit out back into the mist proper. As you begin to head over the hills, the sky itself, this really bright pale gray, and the mist still thick, but you can see that as the horse begins to pick up speed, you feel this slight warmth from the carriage itself, and you begin to smell just this hint of lavender and other fragrances as the mist begins to begin a little thinner. It kind of thins out a bit and you can kind of see ahead. Perhaps this carriage isn't completely out of magic, but what it needs to traverse and truly be useful, it needs a bigger charge. But you find yourself going over the hills and finding this pathway in the forests. Munderic, and I'll just say this now, even though I don't think I said it before, Munderic did give you the directions to Forbury. He would provide that. However, as you are in the cart, you can feel that every now and again that you feel it bump slightly in the back. And whilst you're on this trip for a while, those in the front, please, Lumiere, I'll ask for a perception check. And if you're also aiding Ak in following the path and following Munderic's directions, Ak can make a survival check with advantage.
Sounds good.
Am I making a perception too?
You make a survival.
Well, you might want to make a perception because I rolled a natural 1. So
Okay.
an 8.
Sensational.
Well, okay.
Thank
there's an
God
18
I
survival.
stole shotgun.
What was that, Ak?
18 survival.
Nice. Okay. Great.
And you said I'm not doing a perception check too. I'm just doing the survival.
Yeah, you're just doing a survival.
Okay.
Yeah. But we just natural 1, huh? Good start.
Yeah, not sure my perception was gonna help you there.
Okay. Holy shit.
Mine's higher even with the 1 because I have +7.
Okay. However, perhaps it's the mist, or perhaps you're too focused right now. You mostly just see more mist and more road. The branches from the trees are seemingly trying to reach for you. They're very decrepit and worn, and the sloshing of mud and dirt around the carriage is just maybe a bit deafening as you're kind of just focused on something else. Ak, the directions are quite clear for you. You know exactly. Keep going forward, follow the path until you get to the rock, make the right. Keep going. As you guys are traversing, though, currently we will leave you to your own devices for a while. It's a long trip. You may socialize.
Okay, well, since we've been on the road for a while, and probably sat in silence, Benedict, we have some time before we get there. Are you sure you don't want to talk about what's troubling your mind? It might help getting it off of your chest.
Benedict is doing his best to stay awake. It is really nothing that should be a concern of ours, really. Just let us kill this hag and continue with our mission.
Benedict, you can barely keep your eyes open.
That is okay. I will manage. This is
You will fight
okay.
a hag with your eyes closed?
I do not have a choice, do I? We need to fight this hag, and this is the current situation, so I will play with the hand that I am dealt. And Benedict is kind of takes a moment to dwell on the card metaphor he used, and is kind of like taking it off.
Well, I'm not going to push you on it, Benedict. If you'd like to rest now, I wouldn't be offended.
I doubt that it would be enough, but I will try if I can. And yeah, Benedict probably just like spends the rest of the ride there, just like kind of like staring off the off the window, kind of like falling asleep, and then like I don't know, just like waking up, like waking up again suddenly, like over and over again.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Whilst the journey goes on and Benedict is sleeping in front of me, I'm going to open my book and just start writing in it.
Okay. What do you write, or is that for your ears, for your eyes only?
Would you ask a lady her age? This is private.
Okay. So, as we continue on down the street, you hear this. Sounds like the large shifting of trees. And then you hear this loud snap and crunch. As in front of the carriage, you see this larger tree begin to fall in the middle of the road. Ak, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw here, please. Actually, dex check. Sorry, a dex check. Whoa.
What?
A dex check.
Wow, I can't roll very good. 6.
6. Okay.
Do I have an advantage on all my rolls today, so I can roll good?
So, as I'm going to give, just because of Lumiere's base perception, I'm going to give you a chance to act as this trees begin to fall in front of the horse and in front of the carriage. Is there anything you would like to try to do?
Me? Or him?
Lumiere.
Okay.
Yeah, like how fast are we going?
It's mostly
Normal carriage speeds or whatever that.
Yeah, it's a normal speed. You guys aren't like trying to, beat the traffic. You guys are going pretty well speed, some pretty nice speed. A nice
The
canter.
fireworks just ended, right? Get up before all the people leave.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know what I can really do here so much. I don't know. I guess if it's already like Ack is already obviously failing to do what he needs to do,
Mm-hmm.
then I want to try to jump off.
You want to try and jump off?
Yeah.
Okay, just give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, actually, I'm good at that. I didn't realize that. 17.
17, yeah, easy enough. As you leap off from this, I have to make a dexterity saving throw for the horse.
I feel like the horse should have advantage because I enticed him with carrots.
Okay. So, as you begin to slightly pull back and the tree begins to fall, the horse kind of veers off to the left. He actually rolled a natural 18, which is really nice. He veers off to the left, just a little bit outside, some of the branches just missing him, and begins to slightly scratch along the carriage side. Those inside, you can feel that the carriage coming into lean on the left, on like the left two wheels, from the sudden change of trajectory from angling. And I'm going to roll here. Okay. Great. So that's good. As it begins to lean like fly to the left on the two wheels, Ek, give me just a base intelligence check here, because I don't think you've ever driven a carriage ever in your life.
Fuck no. Oh my god, I almost
didn't
rolled
know what a carriage was.
I almost rolled a 0.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
12.
Well, okay. I can take a 12. You suddenly feel
Boy, I haven't even ridden a horse. What are you talking about? Carriages?
That's what I'm saying. But you feel the sudden shift, and it's not your knowledge of horses or carriages. It's more like your knowledge of survival instinct. Yeah. The flight or fight. It's like, oh shit. And you kind of like turn over and you kind of shift the horse again. And you see as the horse shifts, he turns, and thankfully it causes the carriage to correct itself. But you do immediately notice that Lumiere has bailed from the carriage.
And then I will stop the carriage.
Yeah.
And I am very suspicious and looking hard as possible to see if the tree just happened to fall down, or if perhaps there's something more nefarious at work.
Okay. Do you go over to the tree?
If I don't see anything, like someone standing next to it pushing it over, then yeah, I'll walk over there.
Okay, yeah. You should walk over to give me an investigation check.
Sure. 18. As
you quickly begin to study, your mind working as fast as possible, you look at the cut up from the trunk of the tree, and then you trace over to the remainder of the trunk that's still rooted into the ground. You can see that it has been indeed cut. As you look closely at it, you see that this has been cut by a blunted bladed weapon. However, the length of it is evidently too large for normal human means or any normal sized creature.
Yeah, so I think I would assume that even if anybody's listening, they already know all this is going on. So I'm going to call out to the others. This is definitely no accident, and something quite large perhaps is behind it. I don't know if we should just keep on the move, or what do you think?
How close are we to the town, to Farberry?
You're still quite a ways away. So far, this is probably like into the 4th hour of the trip so far.
So it's unlikely that it is. So it's unlikely that's the hag, but then what? Then I'm kind of like, what could it be? Okay, I would.
What is everyone else doing currently?
I am making sure the horse is calm
Okay.
and giving him an extra carrot for doing a good job.
Okay. Don't mind if I do.
I think
What?
that
I heard nay.
we are still quite far away from Farberry, and
Gee, how
we
long does
need
this last?
to get there. So I do not know what it is trying to stop us, but we do have a mission, and I think we should stick to it.
Lumiere, as you stand there, you begin to feel this hot breath begin to touch the back of your neck. Do you turn around, or what do you do here?
Yeah.
Okay. As you turn around, you can see standing like slightly lurched over this pale white body, and the skin itself is necrotic, decrepit. 2 eyes glowing in between the boughs of the trees. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As it,
Sure.
you see this large hand begins to swipe through the forest to grab you.
Yeah, 1 second here. I need to read something quick. Well, it's probably already using reaction, so forget it. Oh, 21.
Nice. So as it goes to grab you, just in the nick of time, back up as it fails to grab you. You feel the wind blow past your face as the trees begin to fall around it. You hear this as it begins to extend, fully stand. You can see the head begin to poke as this zombie giant with this large rusted sword dragging from within the forest behind it begins to emerge from the forest. I need you all to roll initiative.
That's fair.
What the fuck?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Hold on one
I
second.
got a dirty 20 when I physically rolled, but then I was like, it's better if I just roll a D&D Beyond for you, and I got an 8.
Wait, would initiative count as an ability check? Or
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
okay, then I am at disadvantage because I am exhausted. So yeah, no, 15.
Wait 1 second. Okay,
It's
hold
getting
on.
so higher than a 6.
Okay, so you said 15, Benedict, right?
Yes, I
15.
did.
Ack got a 6. Lithro got an 8. Lumiere Hawksworth?
17 for Lumiere,
Ooh,
and
Lumiere is just Cowboy shit. Let's go.
Natural 2025 for Hawksworth.
Nice. Oh, he rolls like shit. Um. Okay, nice. All right, I want a different battle song for this, but I'll worry about that later on down the line. So, as it steps from the forest, you can smell rotting flesh. It's long been since past expiration date. And it drags the sword from behind it. Hawksworth is up first. The enemy is 40 feet from Hawksworth.
Right. Let's see here. I have looked at her stuff, but then it was 3 weeks ago. I tried to look quick again this morning. So is other me, Lumiere, still right next to the thing? Because I just barely escaped its grasp.
Yeah, you were able to step back.
Okay.
But I can give you, because you rolled a 21. Yeah, I'll give you about 15 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess Hawksworth is gonna rush up there, maybe.
All right.
Well, because there's no other way for her to get her sneak. Unless she runs up there. So I guess she shall. She's gonna run up at it. Can she get that far? No, she can't anyway. So fuck it. She's gonna try her rifle from range at first.
Okay.
And that's going to be. Look at the log. Don't believe me. Look at the log. Another natural 20 for her, 2 in a row.
I believe that hits.
Yeah. So that is a lot of dice because it's this rifle. That's 18.
Ooh, nice.
What is this? Piercing, probably.
I believe it's piercing. Yeah.
But no sneak for any reason I can imagine. And then she will get. She'll sort of like halve the distance so that she's close enough to melee next time if need be.
Okay, great.
Is she a rogue?
She is, and she's swashbuckler. So if she went up there alone, she'd still get her sneak, but she couldn't have got that close anyway. So.
I was gonna say, if you wanted sneak, you could have bonus action hid before you shot.
Oh, that's true. I'm dumb. Hey, like I said, I looked at her 3 weeks ago. Forgot about how it works.
All good.
I didn't think to ask.
And the Hawksworth.
Now you know.
Lumiere, you're up. Bennett, you're on deck.
Okay. Good. I got to do them 2 in a row. That's no problem whatsoever. All right, here we go. Let's see. This thing, I assume, still looks pretty formidable, despite Hawksworth's excellent shot. So I shall. Well, let's see if I can avoid doing that. Let's use a guiding bolt on it.
Okay, nice.
Let's try that. And it's probably going to miss with a 14.
That misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, thought that might be the case. All right, I'm mad I didn't hit it, so I'm going to bonus action starry form and whip a star at it.
Okay.
If I can find all the buttons for this these days. I think it's in here. No. Well, I can click that. And there it is. Oh, and that's shit too. All right, forget it.
Yeah, miss. It's seemingly as you're kind of trying to regain your balance from the sudden jump back.
Yeah, I spent everything I had not being killed.
You immediately try to shoot off, and from the shot from Hawksworth, you see it kind of staggers slightly, as zombies do, as it kind of like maneuvers around and just missing. Bennett, you're up. The 3 on deck.
Okay. If I step out of the carriage, can I walk up to the zombie?
No, it'll be half. We'll be getting out of the carriage.
Okay, cool. So I will get out of the carriage anyway, but
Mhm.
I will. I don't know if I should do this early, but I'm gonna cast brandishing smite.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. Let me just read the description real quick. Okay, the next time I hit, so it's gonna just stay there. Cool, even if I miss.
Mhm.
But I doubt that I miss with 25.
No, that hits.
Cool. So that's gonna be first from the shotgun. Wait, no, that's the wrong dice. So yeah, that's gonna be 11 damage from the shotgun, and an additional. Where's my d6? An additional 8 damage from the branding smite. So all in all, 11 plus 8. That should be 19 damage.
All right.
And with that, I will end my turn.
Okay. Lithor, you're up.
Okay. I will get out of the carriage.
Mhm.
How many of them are there? Sorry, 2.
There's only one.
Oh, just one. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Cool. I will use my bonus action to flick through my book.
Mhm.
Ooh. Oh, I'm so saving that for later. Okay, then I will what do I want to do? I don't know. Let's try and hit something.
Okay.
Touch him in it. No square.
That's a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Great. With Eldritch Blast, I'm rolling for each beam, right? To hit.
Oh shit. No, I believe it shoots 2 beams on its own. Let me double check.
No, it's you roll for both of them. They're separate attacks.
Okay, so there you go. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So the first one will do. Where's the right dice? There it is. The first one will do 8 force damage.
Oh yeah. Okay, 8 force damage. Nice.
Yep. And then the second one is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
That's 6 damage. 6 force damage.
Okay, nice.
Yes. And that will end my turn.
Good turn. Ack, you're up.
How close am I?
You're a little bit further away. So I'm giving everyone who was in the carriage or behind the carriage like 40 feet.
So am I 40 feet too?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, I love you. Running up to him. And I'm gonna bonus action rage.
Okay.
And we'll beat some ass.
All right.
Am I flanking with anyone?
No, you're up there by yourself. Well, you're there. Lumiere's right there. Lumiere's right there. But you're not
Yeah,
flanking.
I don't need flanking.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. I don't need flanking. I think. Where's pack tactics? Don't remember how to play my class. I don't know where pack tactics is.
Well, you probably have to be close to the ally anyway, and you said that I was back pretty far.
Yeah, you're back 15. He's like 15 feet. Yeah.
Hawks wasn't gonna get sneak for that reason.
Yeah, you're up there.
so
You're up there by
can't get
yourself
back
currently.
distance either.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thought you were still up there. Never
Now,
mind then.
now Lumia's 15 feet away from it on the back dash.
Let's miss. 18? 19?
That hits.
Where's rage? I think it is 12 damage, I believe. I add my strength modifier too. I'm
Okay.
raging.
Okay. 12 damage. All right. So, at the end of your turn, is now the giant's turn. The giant is just going to growl and it's going to throw. It's going to swing its rusted greatsword at you. At first, 24 to hit. Half, that's 14 points of slashing damage.
That's halved?
That's halved.
What the fuck?
It's going to make its second attack towards you. 18 to hit.
I need some AC, guys.
Oh yeah, you need some AC.
I know, that's why I try to buy every goddamn shop.
Okay. I rolled pretty shit that time. 6 points of slashing damage. That's already halved. And at the end, you see as it swings around, it leans towards you and begins to open its mouth as this miasmic white fog begins to pour out of it from its belly and spread around as it begins to cast fog cloud, obscuring it. And it's his turn. It is now Hawksworth's turn, who is now within the fog cloud.
Is it doing anything to her?
No, it's not. It's just obscuring. It's like heavy obscure, so that's like it's like blind if I remember.
All right, I see.
Let me double check.
Well,
yeah, heavily obscured. Yep.
I guess if she's already that close and her rifle is going to take too long to reload, she's going to go up there and try to rapier it.
Okay.
Because I think she can sort of, because she'll just drop the rifle and then all the rest of this I think will work out fine. Yeah, okay, so she can try to slash it on its giant legs.
Okay.
Slow it down a little.
She's in the fog. This is a disadvantage.
Okay. Delightful, so she wouldn't be able to get sneak on it anyway. What's the second roll there gonna be? A 16.
That hits.
Swashbucklers.
Yeah, but if you have disadvantage, there's no, you can't ever get
that's
sneak
true.
with disadvantage, I think.
Okay.
I started
So-
to remember some things in between my last turn and this time.
Yeah, I
10
remember
rapier
I forgot about that part.
piercing.
Okay, 10 rapier damage, 10 piercing damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, damn. So I guess she's gonna do her stupid. Damn it. Yeah, she's gonna use her. She can do this bonus. Also, shoot with her pistol thing.
Okay.
So she's gonna try that. I don't know. This thing is gigantic and killing people. Fuck it. She's disengaging and running back out of there.
Okay. All right, disengage. She runs back out. Lumiere, your turn is up.
Yeah.
You could have given me advantage.
Finish straight.
No, I could have got two advantages. Pack
Oh,
tactics,
no.
and then I could have flanked with them.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as double it. It all cancels to flat roll.
Yeah. Lumiere, you're up.
But Lumiere, yeah. Okay, so she's gonna start by winging her star at it,
Okay. Disadvantage.
and that is disadvantage. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 9, worthless.
That's a miss. Shooting star through the
And
fog.
Not a fan of any of this. I don't suppose you probably described. I don't suppose it's wearing any metal armor.
No, this is it's
Yeah,
just
I
all
wouldn't
all flesh. It does have a rusted greatsword in its hand though.
Yeah, I mean, I could try to make it drop. That seems like an underuse of that. Well, you know what? I have it prepared. Let's try to at least even things out a little bit here. We're never going to get advantages, but let's get rid of these disadvantages with some fairy fire.
Oh, okay, nice. It's going to make a
So that's dex save.
that is a failure.
Beautiful.
And so it is now a
Right.
glow.
Yep. And that's all I got.
All right, Bennett, you're up. Lithro, you're on deck.
I'm gonna try to do something that I know will not succeed, but I want to try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to control undead.
Oh. Okay.
Now, the DC is 11. It's not high.
Mm-hmm.
But I will do it because if there is a chance that it works, then I will.
It's a wisdom save, yeah?
Wisdom save, yeah.
It's not too bad in that, actually. Yeah, no. Natural 13 with a +7.
With a +7 to wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of zombie is that? Okay. Yeah, okay. So I will cast Shield of Faith on myself, bumping my AC to 18. Not that I think that will help me, but I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what would help? I getting hit.
Yeah, and for now I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm not gonna.
Okay. Lethal, your turn. Act, you're on deck.
Okay, cool. I am gonna bonus action cast Hex. On
Okay.
him.
Mm.
So like it's already foggy anyways, but a mist wraps around.
Okay.
A more ominous mist wraps around him, hexing him. And the ability check I'll give him disadvantage for is strength.
Okay. Okay, sure.
I can just pick one at random. And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
All right.
Pew pew. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, cool. So that's, oh god, how much is Hex? 1d6. So that's 4 force damage, 1 necrotic. And then the second one is that's that 20.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So I roll this twice, right? Or is it just for the Eldritch Blast? That's the crit for.
No, you for your the second being crit, right? Yeah, so roll the damage dice twice.
Even the Hex damage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, all
That's double all your damage.
yeah.
That's 12
Okay.
altogether. I don't know if you want me to divide that.
No.
Okay.
Okay. That's you.
Here's the end of my turn. Yeah.
All right, Act, you're up.
Doesn't Fairy Fire give me advantage?
Yeah, but you're in the fog cloud. It's obscured, so it's just straight.
It's not obscured if it's got Fairy Fire on it. Isn't that how that works?
It does that to invisibility. It completely undoes invisibility, but it doesn't seem to. I was looking. It doesn't seem to do that to like obscurity issues.
Yeah.
Okay. I never used Fairy Fire. I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him recklessly. Fuck him.
Okay.
Thank God I'm doing that. Are you fucking kidding me?
Ooh.
Yo, there's no way I'm gonna miss him recklessly.
Well, again,
21.
Well, whatever. You can't really do that.
Yeah, you can't. But I'm letting it rock.
And
Yeah, it's fine. I
it's
want
not
it
double
dead, so-
advantage because it's just giving me one advantage.
No, but
That's not how that works. You just can't have more advantage
If you
on
have
top of
any sources of
advantage.
disadvantage and any sources of advantage, no matter how many of either, it's a straight roll.
straight roll. Yeah, it cancels
Oh,
everything
then
out.
Then I missed.
Okay. But you, so do you?
I want you to kill him, Mac. Just so you know.
It makes sense for it to give you advantage. I knew you couldn't have more than advantage.
So you disengaged. So you don't have to use your reckless attack. You just keep it. I'm not gonna have you use your reckless attack for that. But
Yeah, that wouldn't be very nice.
yeah, no, you can keep your reckless attack. If there was a fighting game, it'd be different. But it's going to swing. Ooh.
Does he have a disadvantage because I'm in the cloud too?
Nope, because he can see through the fog cloud. He is going to swing first at Ak here, which he hits with a 30. Ooh. Half, you take 16 points of slashing damage. And is going to swing, it's going to then dig the blade into the ground and then flick a large rock toward Lithril.
The
Attack.
nerve.
18 to hit you, Lithral.
You know it does.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit him?
No, that's a miss.
God damn it.
Lithral, 16 points of bludgeoning damage from the rock as it comes flying out of the fog and clatters into you. Hawksworth is up. Oh, I'm sorry, and it's gonna move. It's gonna move 10 feet forward. So anyone takes a attack opportunity, you can.
I think only
I missed
Act up
already.
with it. Yeah, and you already tried one.
Yeah, I know Act miss. I just wonder if Hawksworth wants to take one or if Lumiere wants to take one.
Well, I don't think they were close enough. I think it's walking towards them
Yeah.
now or something.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, how far did Hawksworth back up? I know she disengaged.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like 20 feet, something like that.
Okay, then never mind. Okay. But it is Hawksworth's turn.
Okay, okay.
Is he in the
Let's see
clouds
here.
still?
Yeah, he's still in the cloud.
I don't know how
He
big
is,
that
right?
is.
She might have backed out of it, but he's still in it, so it's
Hmm.
going to be straight. But all she's got is this. I didn't use the pistol last time, right? Because I ran away. So
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I can try that at a straight roll, I suppose. And that is only an 11.
Nope.
Well, what can she do here? Bonus, she can do all her roguey bonus stuff, but what of it is useful? Because she's not going to have these. I was trying to understand this stuff here on these guns. They're all going to take. They're all just one shot, right? But the rifle and the pistol are both one shot. it looks like.
Yeah, but I believe she has Gunner, so she should ignore the
Yeah.
loading property, I believe.
I know, but well, okay. Well, it didn't. It seemed like that just meant something different. I can't remember. I looked it up again. It was 2 weeks ago when I looked it up. For now, she's gonna run back and try to hide behind the carriage.
Oh, okay. Give me a stealth check. It shouldn't be too hard.
If she has Gunner on the sheet, she doesn't have to reload technically in the round.
Okay. Lumiere, you're
Kinda
up.
like she just
So
does it.
12 to hide there.
Okay.
Not tremendous.
Okay.
All right, Lumiere. Sorry.
Okay.
Lumiere is going to. What is she going to do? She is it all the way up on her yet?
It's getting close. It's about 5. Yeah, actually, it is 5 feet because he walked 10 feet and Lumiere didn't back up at all. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if it's up on her anyway, she's going to safely try to thorn whip it. Can't
Ooh.
get any closer to her.
Okay.
To gravity whip. Pulls out the lens. Gravity whips it for 26.
Ooh, that hits.
So that is a whopping 4 damage.
Okay.
And then the I think the throwing a star would, as a ranged thing, be disadvantaged, but it shouldn't be because everything should be flat now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so let's try that as well. And that's a 21
Ooh, that hits.
for 6 radiant damage.
Okay.
And she can't get away without being smashed to death by a giant rusty sword, so she stays put.
Okay. I believe it's the first time you've hit with Radiant so far. Because you missed that and yeah, I believe it's the first time you hit with Radiant.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. So
that's not true. My branding smite that hit was radiant.
Oh, okay, it's Radiant. Okay, so that's the case, hold on. I'm gonna do an adjustment here.
He's already dead.
No.
If it's doubled, then the radiant damage was the original radiant damage was 8, so that's like another 8.
Okay, great.
It's doubled.
Explodes into confetti.
You
That's
wish.
great. I love how Joe's like, let me stop you right there, first of all.
But yeah, as the radiant hits begin to crack against it, you see as it begins to tear slightly through his flesh, as it begins to kind of slaw off even deeper, just more of this black ichor begins to pour out of it. The radiant damage seems to do a lot more damage than normal.
Alrighty.
Bennett, you're up.
Fantastic. I walk up to it. I shit it twice.
Okay.
And maybe I'll even smite. We'll see. So yeah. First one is 22.
That hits.
The second one is 19.
That hits.
Cool. So I'll. Okay, let me just. I'll roll all the damage at once because it's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna make one of them a smite at the second level.
Oh, okay.
So because I'm done with this zombie yesterday. Okay, so I'm rolling right now. That should be that should be 6d8
Mhm.
plus 3. So that's gonna be fun because I am capital D done with this zombie. So let's see how that goes for me. Oh, great, 2 1s already.
Oh no.
So yeah. So 2, 4, 9. And these ones are also doubled because it's radiant damage. Nice. And another so it's 9. Okay, it's 12 regular damage
Okay.
plus 10 radiant damage, which becomes 20 because it's doubled.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. As you and then at the last shot, as it begins to coalesce, it begins to build energy. It releases into this blinding flash of light. You can hear the giant zombie begin to scream loudly outwards. However, it is not dead, as a lot of you can see now the internal workings, like the decrepit and decayed organs that was in the skeletal structure that keeps it up. Half his face is now torn off as it's just a skull beneath slightly blackened. However, you see the eyes now go from a white to a blinding red as it roars outwards, and the fog itself begins to change colors from a pale white to red. It is now in rage mode. Is it end your turn, Benedict?
That does.
Okay.
My turn.
Lithor, you're up.
Okay. I would like to bonus action heal myself
Okay.
at the 3rd level.
Okay.
Great, that's 3 ones. What a cunt. So that's 6 health.
Okay.
Out of a possible who knows how many.
Are you scared right now? You sound scared.
I'd rather not get hit by one of those fucking rocks again. And then with that, I will roll for Eldritch.
Okay.
That's, I'm assuming a 12 doesn't hit for the first one.
No.
No. The second one is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. So satisfying hearing 2 dice like roll together. That is 9 damage. Well, it's 5 force for necrotic.
Okay.
And yeah, that's kind of me. And for everyone's imagination, Lithro's kind of like stood there like trying to duck and weave, and
Okay. Ak, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do so much. I guess I'm just gonna walk up and try and hit him again.
Okay.
$18.
That hits.
Holy shit, I can do things, guys. 11.
Okay.
God damn it, I thought I was gonna crit him. 14's in a miss, right?
That's a miss.
That's it.
All right.
Thank God this guy's hit me more than I've hit him, so I can still be raging.
As as you stab the blade into it in the back, it gets like sucking the flesh as it turns around, and you begin to whip around. It begins to turn around with the great sword. Now that it's enraged, it gets 3 attacks.
Goodbye, guys.
Yeah, goodbye from me too, probably.
I'm gonna take a picture of that. That's a natural 20 on the first one.
Fuck you too.
There we go. Take a picture of that. It's a natural 20. This first one is going toward Ak. Holy shit! I rolled really well.
Did you do 23 damage?
I did 30 damage. Half. That's already
I'm down.
halved. So it just
Okay, I'm
slashes away and then steps and it turns the blade. This is going toward Lumiere. That's a 27 to hit. 20 damage. Wow, I've rolled shit. Got 2 ones in there.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be dead after the second one.
20 damage. Yeah. And it's going to bring the blade back down, and yeah, it's going to bring the blade back down. And actually, no, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna roll this here for it. See what hits. Yeah, it's Lumiere.
It's fair.
Yeah. The
There.
blade. 17 to hit. That's your AC. That's your 15. AC's 15.
Yeah.
And that's another 25 points of slashing damage.
I'm down too. That was my entire health
Woo!
in one turn.
It was nice knowing you all.
That's the end of it. It's Hawkriff's turn.
Wonderful. I don't know what the hell she wants to do. First of all, ignoring the loading property is the loading property, not the reloading property. Anyway, I don't care.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. So loading just means that even if you have multi-attack, like extra attacks, you can't shoot more than 1 bullet on a turn. The reload property of the gun is you can only fire it a number of times equal to its reload score before you have to spend an action to reload. And so she would have to waste her whole turn reloading one of these two things.
Oh yeah, right. This just allows her to do multi-attack with it, but then she still has to spend an action to reload when she's done it.
Right.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have multiple attacks because
Yeah.
she's a rogue. So
She's a rogue, yeah.
So anyway, I don't know though if the swashbuckler being alone next to it thing counts if there are people who are dead next to it. I assume it does if she's the only one there.
I would say yes. They're currently incapacitated, so they're just like out.
All right.
I would say yes.
Look, I mean, she doesn't care that much about us, but it's gonna kill
Cares
everybody if
about
it doesn't
me.
die. So yeah, it's true. She does care about you. If there's 2 people here she likes the best, it's you and me.
Yeah, there you go. For the dead one.
So she will run up and try to rapier the bastard, which should be, I suppose, a straight roll, but potentially can get the sneak on it.
I've been
17.
using gunner
That
on
hits.
always.
Okay, so that's gonna be regular. Is gonna be 10 damage, and she should get the sneak because of the swashbuckler nonsense.
Okay.
Which is another 11.
Oh, so close. From the strike, you see the left arm falls off from the strike, and then and she just shifts down and cuts the other leg as it falls to its knees, but it begins to slowly begin to lurch back up.
Now, let's see. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played with the other game I played in. Like the DM had wrong rules for 2 weapon things. Can you do rapier and dagger? I don't think you can. Rapier's.
Well, rapier is a finesse. And
I think they have to both be light,
I
right?
think they'll both be light. Yeah, they have both be
okay.
light.
All right,
Unless
so
you
then
have
she's just
the-
gonna disengage again. Get out
Okay.
and run away.
Okay.
Bonus.
All right.
And I'm gonna roll death save.
Yep.
Let's see here. Where do I know? Just can you actually roll it from within that thing there? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks
No.
like 20. Okay, here we go. 16.
Oh, nice. Benedict, you're up. You're muted.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna attack it then.
Okay.
20.
Oh, actually, because wow, I just remembered something. I'm gonna let it rock anyway because Lumiere's down. The fairy fire goes away, but I'm gonna let it
Alright.
rock anyway. So, but the fairy fire is
Oh,
off.
that would have. I mean, I hit anyway, but that would have meant that I would have got advantage. But never mind. Okay, so the first one is
It's at disadvantage because he's still in the fall cloud. By the way.
I mean, yeah, but I'm also like up at him, so I don't know.
I
how
had
much that
disadvantage
matters.
the whole time.
Yeah. Just because he's up at him, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'd be
It's
so
a
pissed if you
disadvantage.
gave him that.
Okay, so with disadvantage, the first one misses.
Okay.
And anyway, if I roll lower than that, yeah, I miss
Okay.
both attacks. And that would be my turn because I don't really have anything else.
Okay. Lithor, you're up.
Wait,
What's up?
never mind. I already used my actions, but I would have tried something stupid later.
Okay.
21 and a 14, so only
Yeah.
one of them staying.
Mm-hmm. You will at disadvantage, right?
Do I?
Yeah, because he's in the fall cloud.
Okay. Well, you're lucky because I just rolled a nat 20, bitch.
Ooh, okay.
You shouldn't have said nothing. I'm here to avenge now.
Wait, you because you will. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
6 damage. 4 force, 2 necrotic.
Okay. Explain to me its grisly demise.
Oh, great. I know I just cast Eldritch Blast, but I'm going to pretend I didn't catch that. Oh, so, basically, for those that are still up and alive, what you see if you happen to look my way is so Lithril kind of like this whole fight, like he's got his book closed in this hand and then has like that hand of the teddy bear like that and, like to his side, and so he's just been like firing off like that, and then like his book starts to like rattle in his arms, and then this heavy dense mist fog like just starts pouring out of it. And just pouring, and then out of nowhere just like lashes out as if it's like made of something physical, and just like lashes out and like just repeatedly pierces into his body, and he drops down to the ground.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not Eldritch Blast.
definitely not just flash, but it's something. Yeah, as it begins to lacerate and tear through the undead giant, you see as it turns and kind of cocks its head towards you as the half of its face begins to slide off and it all falls to the floor and the rusted greatsword falls clattering to the ground. Congrats. And as it dies, you see the mist begin to dissipate. You're just left with the normal Barovian mist.
Great. I will cast Healing Word on both Lumiere and Ak. They're the only two that are down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So Lumiere, that is 6 health for you. And Ak, that is 7 health for you.
You hear like Hawksworth come from behind come from her hiding spot. Oh, that was rough.
Is there I know this is not a flesh golem, but just in case, is there Mordenheim, the kind of logo anywhere on the zombie?
Make an investigation check.
After like the fog and everything like killed him, as it like retreated back to come into the book, as it like washed over Lumiere and Axe body, that's
The cure
like,
wounds.
it healed them, yeah.
10.
10.
10 because I'm exhausted. Otherwise, it would have been a 16.
Yeah, you don't see it. If there is one, you don't see one.
Fuck.
Lumiere and Ak, as that mist pulls back and you're brought back to life, you kind of inhale a bit of that mist as you feel just this tingling cold hit you.
I don't like it here. Thank you. Is that literal? Did you do this? Bring us.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm assuming you guys are like quite far away from me. Are you all right?
I think that you'd be overstating it, but thank you.
I think that even amidst everything, something about Lumiere saying I don't like it here kind of like not kind of like a giggle, but Benedict like kind of like exhales like being amused by that statement, because this is like a shitty place, and she wakes up and be like, I don't like it here.
As you lay there for a bit, Lumiere, Hawksworth looks over and just leans her hand down. Help you up?
I suppose. Thank you.
Don't worry. This place grows on you. Oh.
I'm not sure that I even want that to be the case, but well, I don't suppose there's anything useful we can do with this creature. Seems difficult enough to fight. Should be powerful. It should just be able to take the heart of any stupid thing that we run into and charge up our carriage with it. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I understand, but hey, in terms of magic, I don't really understand any of that. Let's just hurry up, right?
I do understand enough to know that I'm being silly, but
Ak, you okay? Okay, yeah, that says everything. You still want to drive?
No.
Okay.
Hawksworth,
Yeah.
I think it would be better that you take the reins now, because I think my friends now could use some rest.
All right, sure. I haven't really ridden a horse since I was a girl, but yeah, like riding a bike, if a bike existed.
I'm gonna get up and I hear them. I'm gonna get up and cast Speak with Animals again and go talk to the horse.
As you walk over, it kind of looks towards you.
New driver. I go sleep.
All right. What the fuck was that?
I just coughed blood up on him. I'm sorry.
That's
So
disgusting, man.
sorry.
No,
I'm so sorry.
no. My coat is magnanimous, and you just ruined it.
I don't care.
Nay, man. Nay.
I cough on carrots next.
Please, not the carrots, please. But as you guys load in the back of the carriage, Hawksworth gets up in front and sits and grabs the reins lightly. Is there anyone riding in front with her, or is everyone just staying in the back of the carriage?
Can I sleep on her if I sit in the front?
I don't think Hawksworth would be opposed to it. You've already slept together once.
Sort of. I'm more like a fucking dog in that situation.
yeah, I'm just gonna drag myself inside the carriage for sure.
Okay.
Heard an
No, she wouldn't mind.
I heard Joe wanted to say something.
I didn't. I thought I did, and I didn't. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna sleep on her.
All right. You get up and she's.
Am I small enough that I can sleep on her lap, like laid across?
Probably. However, you are covered in blood and ickiness, and I don't think she wants that.
Someone can cast prestidigitation in our party, can't they?
Yeah, no.
No, okay.
Yeah, she'll let you get a thigh. You just hear
I didn't mean all of me on her lap. I just meant my head.
yeah, your head. You just hear a swift crack of the reins, a neigh of the horse as you begin to canter again. Yes, Lithro.
As the rest of us get into the back seat, I'll
Do something.
You will.
I was thinking of how to like describe it, but I didn't want to make it like this, big thing. I'll just like flick my wrist and like prestidigitation, clean off Lumiere's clothes, assumingly she got it dirty when she fell.
Yeah. Also,
There's no love for Ack in this party. What the fuck?
You gone up to the front.
I know, but I still had blood on me too.
Yeah, you walked straight past me to go to your new bitch, so.
But the
My
next
new
portion
bitch
of,
doesn't talk to teddy bears.
will the next part of the ride can be considered a short rest?
Yeah, can be.
Okay, people start using their hit dice.
Well, actually, don't use too many because whilst we rest, I will play a little fiddle on my harmonica, and you guys can add an extra 1d6 to whatever you regain.
Nice song of rest.
I don't even know where the fuck my hit die are anymore.
As Lithro begins to play in the back, and the darkness begins to enclose around Barovia.
For reference, the song I'm playing is a song by Heart called Alone. I
Okay.
don't know if anyone knows it, but that's what he's playing.
Okay. As Lithro plays his little ditty, well into the beginning of the night, as the darkness begins to close around Barovia and the forest, and the Hawksworth makes the proper turn at the rock, and as she continues to go down the path, the fog is still thinned out. It's still thin enough from the enchantment of the carriage that you can see, that she can see that there is a still a larger forest ahead. Just the tree boughs. Yeah.
Would we add our additional pluses for the D6 he gave us as well? No, right?
I don't think so. I gotta read Song of Rest
I don't
again.
think so either.
But
What's up,
I'm
sorry?
just not gonna do it then. I was asking if I have D12 plus 2. I was asking if I have to do the D6 as well.
Wait, what? You cut out through half of that?
Kira, you know what I said.
yeah, I believe it's just an extra 1d6 for this. I don't believe it's. Let me just double check here. Hold on.
It just says that you regain an extra 1d6.
Yeah, I think it's just an extra 1d6. You don't add the plus con to it.
That's okay. 35 HP is a lot of HP.
Yeah. However, as she the horse and the carriage canter down the roadway to this forest, you can hear her. She kind of like hits the back of the carriage. There's a forest up ahead. And it's a little strange. The trees they're green.
Green. What?
Yeah, I've never seen an actual live trees like this. Let alone
Are we close enough? Close to them?
you're coming up on them, and the further the further she approaches, you can see at the top of the over this one other tree in particular that's towering above all of them. Full green, full bloom, fully grown. Jeez, what the fuck?
Lumiere, you are our herbalist of sorts. Could you maybe take a look?
Well, I know a little something about nature. Yes,
Hey, he
but,
talks to bushes.
yes, I don't want to talk to these ones unless we have to. It doesn't ever seem to be so useful. Not like you talking to the horse. But but yeah, I can sort of take a look at the tree situation and see if I can figure out what's going on with them at all.
Okay. As she
Uh,
finally approaches the mouth of the forest, she stops the cart. Whoa, whoa. Lightly pats the horse. Easy, boy. You want to check it out, right?
do any sort
Yeah, last time I jumped off this cart, things didn't go so well, but let's try it again.
I want to go
Hopefully
with
then,
and see if I can do any survival checks with him.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you, Ek. Yeah, so I'll hop down and sort of go over to the trees and see if they seem like normal trees. I don't know that I'll have any chance of figuring out why they're in good shape, but I guess I could at least figure out if they're like fucked up trees or something.
Yeah, I mean, from just first glance here, what are you trying to do to actually ascertain it? Are you like looking at the leaves and looking at other things? Like, what are you looking at?
Yeah, I'm looking at the leaves and the growth pattern to see if does this look like, first of all, a type of tree that I know, like, so it's a regular tree, and either way, like, I don't know, you can sort of look at a tree. I feel like even in real life, I could look at a tree and see if it was growing in an evil way.
Yeah. As you walk up to it and you take a close look. Give me just a nature check here.
Sure. 7.
7.
I'm good at that too. But...
Yeah. You take a quick look at it. You like kind of put your hand on it, and your fingers kind of have like a slight tingle. But it's not a tingle in a bad way. This is very gentle. Whatever's caused this tree to grow, it is definitely magical in some way, shape, or form. However, the tree does not seem evil.
And I don't know. I can't quite tell. Everything in this place is so strange, but I don't know. It doesn't seem malignant. Certainly magical.
I am gonna use
I got
detect
a
good and
20.
evil.
Okay.
I got a
okay.
22 on my survival check.
Okay. To 22 years survival check. Okay, so Ak, as you kind of move a little bit past Lumiere and get a closer and closer inspection of the area, you begin to pick up you begin to see like patterns of footsteps around here. Humanoid seems like. As you begin to kind of maneuver around, your nose begins to pick up the smell of course, not only just the forest, but berries and other wildlife in this area. It's all very strange. You lived in Barovia forever and just never have ever encountered something like this. With your survival check, though, Ak, what are you actually trying to ascertain?
Danger.
Danger.
Anything out of the ordinary is obvious.
Yeah. But you don't sense any sort of danger, but your nose does catch
Or
a
anyone,
whiff.
like, I guess danger is looking at us and such.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't sense any odd movements more than just maybe normal animals. But your nose, with your 26, you do begin to smell. 22, sorry. Oh, it's your 22, still more than enough. You begin to smell.
Okay, I didn't know if you were giving me a bunch for 26 or not. I was like, no.
22. But you begin to smell like smoked meats and things like that. Something a tall tale of a village. It's a tall tale sign of a village.
Me smell animal, everything alive.
Okay.
I
Creepy.
I want to use my divine sense, because the thing is, every time that I use the divine sense in Barovio's forest, you just told me everything is so fucking evil.
Okay.
So, riding on that, do I feel the absence of that evil from that portion of the forest, from the green forest?
Everything here feels morally good. It for the first time since you've been here, you're kind of taken back to, you know, when you became a part of the cloth, when, you know, you became a paladin, that overall feeling that you were filled with when you had a belief in a god. It feels divine in some way. It's strange though. What?
Benedict is nearly tearing up, but is not crying. I think it should be safe to go through. I do not sense anything particularly malicious.
Good, then we should go onward.
You guys,
Onward we go.
climb back in the cart, into the carriage. Hawksworth clacks the reins. Is going to take her way through the forest.
I'd like to try and guide her towards the smell of the food.
Okay. You begin to take deeper sniffs and then point out. Bless you back. Begin to point out as she, you know, slowly canters in between the trees and maneuvering through the forest. You even notice while in this forest that the mist is non-existent. It's not in here. You progress through, and then you don't know how long you've been traveling, and time seems to maybe took a weird turn here. During this time, you guys may also take a long rest as well.
Oh boy, waste of some hit die before then. All right.
You're really spoiling us, aren't you?
Excuse me, are you feeling
what Daisy's
okay?
gonna
You don't
kill
give us
us
long
soon.
rest.
This is not a good sign. You know that it gives it to us because the last battle was so tough on us. This is not a good sign.
I'll take it though. How far did it? So before we approached this area, you said there was like a central, taller tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how far did it seem like that was gonna be?
It seems like it was near maybe the middle point of the forest. It's pretty far, at least.
Okay, so it's a big forest. It's not like this little. Okay.
No, it's like a little thicket or anything. It's pretty big.
Sure. Okay. So it seems like it's taking a weird amount of time, but it's not like, oh, this looked like it was gonna be 30 feet and it's been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
How far along our trip were we?
Hmm?
How far along our trip were we?
So far, it's probably been about 9-10 hours now.
Damn it.
About 9-10 hours. However, as you progress through, you see as suddenly the smell has now grown so strong. And through the trunks of the trees, you begin to see these brown shingled roofs, smokestacks, smoke's coming from chimneys. You can see people walking around cobbled streets beyond the trees, maybe 2 or 3 miles deeper inwards. You're looking from where you are. You're looking a little bit downward in the town. It seems like to be a bit of a slope. Hawksworth kind of leans. I think that's Farbury.
No. Only travel 10 hours.
Hmm. What do you want to do?
Tell us date. Great question. What do I want to do? All right, Dice, tell me what I want to do. Not good things. I guess we go down, see what's going on.
Benedict, right now, more than anything, wants to go into that village of sorts. Knowing that he's bound to Barovia, this is like, sort of like, am I not in Barovia anymore? So so he
I know
really
that's the
wants
part
to
that's
see
really
what's going on.
scary.
I mean, it is. I don't think Benedict fully realizes that he should be. He's not as worried as he should be, I think.
Okay, Benedict, I rolled low enough to say what's going there.
Okay. What does everyone else want to do?
So we're looking down a hill at a village, you say?
Yeah. And in the center of that village, you see that large tree.
But we're close enough. Like, can we just see what's like if there are people wandering around or what? Or are we far away?
Yeah, no, you can see just the little dotting of people. Actually, I said it's like a few miles. Kind of hard to see, but with the smoke coming from the chimneys, you can assume that there are people, unless you have like a spyglass or something.
Well, I have clairvoyance,
Oh, perfect.
and I'm wondering if it's worth using it. So you think if I don't. I mean, clairvoyance, the spell. You tell me, because I have this from the lens, you know. So it seems like I should only be able to do the visual version clairvoyance.
No, it'll allow you to cast clairvoyance.
Either way. Well, then I would like to try to hear in that village.
Okay.
Since we can already kind of see, if anything was really obvious to sight, I think we might already know it. But I'd like to sort of pop a sensor down there where I see some people wandering around and see if I can just hear if they seem like normal villagers.
Okay. And you do so. You focus using the lens. The conversations that you hear are you going to the Nectar tonight? Yeah, sure. What else are we gonna do? Did that cow actually die? Yeah. Doesn't matter though. I guess that's beef for the rest of us, right? You hear, let me see if you get one other conversation out of this. How are you doing? Okay, I just don't know where my husband is. Maybe he'll, I don't know, hope he's not dead or something. And, you know, he needs to be here for his son. He still hasn't woken up.
Yeah, so I'll sort of share this as best I can with the group. No, it seems like these are somewhat ordinary conversations, but well, I mean, look, and even outside this place, death is a normal part of life. But worrying about the husband being dead, the cow is dead. I don't know what this is about some nectar. Certainly, no less strange than the other places we've encountered here. What do you all think?
Well, we don't have to stay when we get there, but we should at least go and see what they know.
To be honest, I think with you describing the sleeping son that has not awakened yet, it would seem that this is Farberry. This is the modus operandi of the hags. So while this place is strange for Borovia, I do believe that it is our destination.
Shouldn't it have taken us longer to get there?
I mean, you're right. I suppose that could be what they were talking about, and in sense of being there for the sun. Well, yeah, I think we have to check it out. You're right, but just everyone be on their guard. I mean, not that you wouldn't be anyway, but it's obviously. I guess let us just not assume that it is strange in a good way, just because of the trees.
Right.
But yeah, I'm willing to roll the rest away into town.
Hawksworth listens and she nods as he claps the reins and begins to progress down. The town coming closer and closer as there is a slightly paved road. It's not paved, a slightly beaten path, just large enough for the carriage to progress through. As you make your way into the town, you see a lot of the people as they walk around. They have this gleeful smile on them as they wave to greet you. You see this one hobbled middle-aged gentleman in salt and pepper beard, but it comes far out and it's slightly twisted at the end. He's wearing just like normal farmer's clothes. Well, we haven't had visitors here in quite the while.
Can I make an insight check on these people?
Please, too.
I could actually press the button. That'd be pretty cool. 17.
17. So you're getting a few things. One thing you see that you get that, yeah, they're genuinely happy for what you can see. However, what really kind of rubs you the wrong way is that it's Barovia. Who the fuck is happy?
Yeah.
You kind of just look around them, and they all give you this wide smile and the glint in their eyes. As
This is really weird.
you see as they start, you say, "Hey, we have visitors, everybody! Come on, let's give them the Farberry welcome." As you see people begin to pour out of the tavern and other places, they have a charcuterie board and wine and all sorts. You see as a few other some man and so like two other women come to the side as they come to the carriage and they just all begin to prod you with questions. Oh goodness, look at you.
No, wait.
Oh, no, we're sorry. We just thought you may want a bath. You all look like you've been through quite a rough time. Our bath is very nice. You want some wine? We have free rooms at the inn as well if you want to stay.
Bucky, I scared. Be they nice? I scared.
I want to, if I can, sort of semi-whisper to Benedict and just be like, listen, I don't know if we could have outrun that giant before, but I think you were right. We must focus on the specific mission, right? I don't know what's going on around here, but let's find the hag and deal with that and try to forget the rest of it. Huh?
That being said, I do think that you are right as well in that we need to stay on our guard. So, could you possibly just take a quick glance at the people here with your lens?
Yes, of course. And I will do so. Scan around the crowd,
Okay.
looking to see if they seem with the normal shrouded Barovian folk.
No. They do not appear as ghostly visages at all.
I don't know for sure exactly what it means, Benedict, but you're sensible to look. They do not seem to be shrouded, trapped in the same way as others here.
That would mean either that they are immortal or that there is something afoot. Because I know from first-hand experience that when you die in Barovia, you kind of stay in Barovia. And
So we
none of these people ever died.
Are you guys in the
Yeah,
carriage or outside?
I'm not outside yet.
Yeah, they're in the carriage still talking.
Whichever. I mean, even if we weren't, I was assuming we're sort of like standing back of the group at best. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
inside the carriage is fine.
I was more to see if I could hear you or not.
No, you probably can't. You can't. You probably can't hear them over your incessant
Over
scream.
my cowering.
Yeah.
Fucking help me!
Okay. Since we took a long rest, I'm gonna do another divine sense here.
Mhm.
And to be clear, divine sense allows me to know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. And since they're kind of like swarming the chariot, if any of them are any of these things, then I should know.
No, you don't sense any of that. You sense morally good, but you don't sense, fiend, undead, nothing.
It's strange.
I'm gonna get out of the carriage.
Okay. Oh, you have more. Oh, please, please come to the nectar. We have beds and meat, food, all sorts of things.
I'll walk up to the person that's talking.
Hello there, sir.
I'll claps their hand in mine. Thank you so
Oh.
much. Please tell me. I've never been here before. Tell me about your village. You all seem
Well,
like lovely people.
Farbury is it's heaven. It's paradise. We have cows. We have thanks to the eternal tree, we have boundless just boundless amenities. We have berries when we need it. We have crops. It's all a
truly
blessing.
incredible.
Want to take a moment to just like hold on the sentinels. Yeah, this is Barbary. This is paradise. We have cows. one of the hallmarks of paradise. Cows.
We have everything we could possibly need.
That is truly a miracle in these dark times. Tell me more about your tree, if you don't mind.
Well, Farbury was built around it. No matter what has happened, this tree has never wilted, ever.
Is there
and
something magical about it?
I don't rightfully know. I'm not really all about magic, but I assume maybe. But I feel like it may feel a bit more divine.
If you, I mean, I'd prefer to ask. I don't want to be disrespectful to your culture. Would you mind if I took a closer look of the tree? You're more than
Sure.
welcome to walk with me.
Sure, yeah, sure, no problem. Please let him through. Let him through. As the cloud all begins to spread out and part like the red part like the sea, and allowing you to walk through. Still gleeful smiles and hopeful smiles. You see some children kind of peeking out from behind their parents' legs.
The person I was talking to, is it a man or a woman? Sorry.
It's a man.
It's a man, yeah. I'll say, please, would you mind accompanying me?
No problem, no problem. My name's Byron, by the way.
I apologize. I should have started with this. My name's Lithro.
No problem.
It's very
No
nice
problem.
to meet you.
Will your friends be coming? Are you gonna come? Or are you gonna stay in the carriage? It really is up to you. I just we just like to treat outsiders properly.
Would
They
we
all-
know? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
No, go ahead, you.
All right. Would we know from, like, either from Moonderic or whatever, the whole concept with the carriage, that, like, if we didn't have the carriage, we might not have been able to get here? Like, is it cut off from other places?
Give me Arcana check.
Sure. 14.
14. Oh, 14's not too bad. I mean, it's obvious that this place is cut off from what it was. However, it's a little odd because the way Moonderic described it, that this place wasn't like this. It was surrounded by mist. It was just a normal, like, shabby town.
I see. So people wouldn't know this was going on here for the most part.
Yes.
I guess because the reason I was asking is sort of like, should I be suspicious as to why everybody in Barovia doesn't just move here? You know what I mean? It's like,
Exactly.
like,
I mean, if I remember correctly, Munderic is also like kind of admitted to not get out much of Evan Dusk, so he might just not fully not know that this is going on. But still, we should be on high alert. In other news, is this is a crowd like? What is like the makeup of this crowd? Is it like mostly humans or?
It's mostly human. Yeah, you mostly see human, different shapes and sizes mostly, but you do realize that like the population for Farberry is pretty low. It's like 60 or so people. It's not a lot of people. But it's mostly, children, men, women, around here.
Okay, then Benedict kind of like hoods up, trying to cover his horns very inadequately.
Okay.
And he's just like kind of like walking off getting off the chariot and like kind of like hunching, trying to not look at anybody too much.
Okay, as you step down, you see not see, but you can, since you're kind of like hunched down, you can feel their eyes shift towards you. And then as you're walking, you see this one woman steps towards you. Light brown hair, brown eyes. Clothing is pretty shabby. She reaches up and, may I?
I fully like pull back. May you, what in particular?
Touch your horns.
I do not mean to seem rude, but I would rather not.
Oh, it's understandable. They're beautiful.
That is, Benedict is very confused, and he's just like kind of like zooms past her just to be near Lithril.
Okay.
Just so somebody else can take on the social interaction at this point.
Okay. So as Lithril, you and Byron are walking toward the tree. Eventually you make your way to there. You see that the bark itself is really, really pristine. Like really good fucking wood. But around it you see is like this it's like a rock altar, and it's meant to, like, you can see that there is a small little it's like a circular rock altars that surround the entirety of the tree itself, and then leaving a little gap in between where the tree is and where the rest of the town continues, just beyond that altar. And you can see just on the floor beneath there are just like these large twisted roots that dig into the earth. Around it at the bottom are these beautiful flowers. But you see, as you look at the leaves, that the leaves are green with the tips of them are tinted red.
The tree is huge, right?
Oh, it's huge.
Giant, really, yeah. Sorry, I don't know if you've said, and if you haven't, I'll ask. Is Byron like the town leader?
I haven't said, but I guess you could say he's kind of like a representative. If he isn't, he spoke up first just because he's a busybody.
He's a nosy neighbor.
He's the nosy neighbor, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll turn to him. May I approach it past the altars?
We don't, and I would I would say you don't either. We have to respect the tree, and we don't touch it. We just we admire and worship from afar.
Can you tell me about these altars that surround it?
Oh well, every so often, we'll give offerings to the tree. Just things that we can come upon on our own. Perhaps we had a good stock. Perhaps we've built something nice. We have a few woodworkers in town and a blacksmith, and if we build something that's of exceptionally good quality, we'll put it at the altar here. And once we do that, the lady will also bless these items, and they'll be given as offerings.
I know I'm not obviously touching distance to the tree.
Yeah,
Can I sense anything magical or?
Give me a perception check.
16.
16. You sense, even though you don't know this, you sense the same thing kind of what Benedict sensed. You feel that same power that you felt that you feel with the Morning Lord. That nice warm wash over you. Everything's going to be okay. It's just a simple gentle breeze, and it's able to rock you to sleep. It just comes off. It just comes off of this tree.
Okay. I'll turn to Byron. You said there was an inn. Could you show me?
Oh yes, the Nectar. Yeah. It's a great establishment. Sure. Please. Come this way. As he begins to lead you toward the Nectar, you saw a lot of people begin to rush out of this tavern. When he immediately called saying there were visitors here. However, something that you all do notice, that the other buildings are normal, rustic. However, there is one singular building that's like this white building with a stained glass circular window with a tree built out of stained glass. In the center, 2 large doors.
Sorry, did you say large doors to the inn?
No, the other building. It is a church, yes. But as he begins to walk you over to the Nectar, we don't get a lot of visitors, and it's just so nice to see other people come here. We can't, if we could move the tree and share it with the rest of the world, we would. But when people come here, it just warms my heart.
It's so lovely to hear that your lives are so well taken care of. It seems crazy that you wouldn't have any problems here.
Yeah, we're really quite lucky. We even have some of the best pastries, at least I think so. We haven't really gone anywhere else. Would you like to try one?
Oh, if you're offering.
Sure, we'll get that right for you. Are your friends gonna come? Or you guys can likely stay in the carriage if you want to. We're not gonna force you.
What is the tree doing about your hag problem?
What? Hag? What?
Well, you say it's unusual for visitors to come here. Yes, it's quite. The only reason we are here is because we have heard of a difficulty with a hag in this area. Perhaps we were misinformed, but maybe on the other hand, you asked for help with this problem, and the tree sent us here. I don't know, but it's why we are here.
Well, the tree moves in mysterious ways. However, I don't know exactly what a hag is. And we don't have any problems like that. It's perfect.
You have a child being forced into a sleep magically?
Huh? Oh, you mean Ivan? Ivan's,
Yes, Ivan.
unfortunately,
Ivan
Ivan.
Barlov.
Yes, unfortunately, Ivan was playing, and he fell and hit his head. He's in a coma.
I see.
His mother works in the tavern. If you would like to speak to her.
Sounds like an idea. I'll go to the tavern.
What is everyone else doing? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lithro.
I would like to apologize for my compadre. We've had a long journey.
Oh no, I assume so. You guys are dreadful, dreadful.
Thank you. Sorry, did you have that pastry?
Yeah. As soon as we walk in. However, yeah, if you guys want any types of baths, anything like that, let Mary know, and she'll get you all set up. They do a great scrub.
Thank you. I think I will take one of those. Would you mind if I took one now?
Sure. Yeah. Would you like your pastry with it?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
You said a scrub.
Yes. They have like these. I don't know how she does it. She has all these interesting like mineral soaps, and it's very nice.
I would like that. Thank you.
Great. And she was going to walk in. Ak and Benedict, what are you doing with your face covered like that?
Hockey, what do we do?
I'm just like thinking of every possible like Joe the player is thinking of every possible like bad scenario that could come out of this discrepancy in information that we just discovered. But Benedict is just kind of like pathetically like kind of like waddling behind I guess Lumiere rather than Lithrill.
Mm-hmm.
Just like sticking to somebody who can take on any social interaction instead of him.
So you see the hawk hops down and looks toward Ak. Well, I don't know about you. I could use some food and maybe a bath. What are you so afraid of? Ak, yeah, you're shaking.
Nice people.
I know.
No nice people.
How about this, Ak? We just fought a undead giant. I'm pretty sure Farmer Dan over there is not going to be able to kill us.
Oh, okay.
All right, come on. I'll get you some food. Maybe one of those pastries.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And
maybe we don't leave each other's side, just in case weird people.
Oh, okay. You can stay by my side.
Everyone else are already paired up.
So Hawksworth hops down with you. And Lithrill, as you go into the tavern, you see this one woman, just like stringy brown hairs tied into a ponytail. You can see that she's like huffing as she's like kind of shifting around. There's still a lot of people still in the tavern as she's well, more people have filtered in and their orders are coming through as they're maneuvering around. But she shifts back as Byron just said, Kasara, a pastry for one of our new guests. And she said, oh, okay. Yeah, one pastry coming up.
A pain au chocolat, if you please.
Okay. And she kind of she shifts back for a little bit, disappears in the back, comes back out with a
whatever the fuck you said.
Oh yeah, whatever the fuck that is. Well, you said pain au chocolat, right? It sounds like
I knew that confusion was his own fucking confusion.
It sounds like a fucking
Pastry.
It's a pastry, yeah, but I don't know about that name.
Yeah.
Is it a marble cake?
No, it's just... Never mind.
I know two pastry names, Danish and fucking Bear Claw. That's it.
All right. Well, that's what comes out.
Lumiere is gonna have a long conversation with Lithrill about cultural appropriation. And the butchering of the French language with that pronunciation.
But
this is all fantasy French. She didn't know real French.
man.
Kasara comes back out with a really nice silver plate. It's really nicely polished, and the borders around it look like it's just been like professionally tied. And the pastry in the center, you see like it has like these little interesting swirls designs done into it. And she hands it over to you. Here you go. One dream pastry.
Thank you very much. I'll take a bite into it. What does it taste like?
Okay. As you bite into it, it has like this it's a very it's a very sweet it tastes like a little herbal, but then you have like a nice sweet berry taste in it, a little bit of citrus as well. And then the actual it has like a little bit of a crunch to it as it's been nicely toasted as well.
Sorry, we're in the tavern now, right? Is this the woman whose son's in a coma?
You assume so? You didn't get her last name, but
Oh. I'll bite into it, obviously. Which is actually what it tastes like. That is quite delicious. Tell me, does your son like these?
everyone in town loves these. They're a bit of our specialty.
Does he help you make them?
No. He was more about playing in the forest and running around and with the other children. Other than that, the children spent a lot of time in the church. It kind of
Sorry, don't mean to interrupt.
no, they just like to play around town in the forest, and they spend their time in the church. The lady also helps educate them, and she helped educate a lot of us.
I'd actually like to know more about the surrounding area. Could I speak to your son?
Unfortunately, Ivan's in a coma now, and my husband's gone, and well, it's just me, and I'm just trying to take care of him the best I can.
Well, I'm assuming that you don't know why us strange folk are here, but we're actually here to help. A nearby town had heard of your son's condition, and we're actually here to help. If I could see him, I could try and help. See if I could find out a way to help. If you'd like.
She kind of rescinds a little bit. Give me a persuasion check.
25.
Okay. You see, as she kind of looks up, and then you see kind of Byron steps next to you. Go on, Kasara. Let him see. Maybe they can help. Lord knows we've tried all we can. We've prayed and prayed. But if anything can wake Ivan up, maybe these strangers can. Don't worry, don't worry. Well, maybe we'll send someone with you just in case you're, maybe you're scared. You see,
I wasn't suggesting that we went into his room alone. You're more than welcome to come with us.
okay.
Come with me.
You see as Kasara just looks up. Okay. Let me just finish up here, and then you can go have your bath, and then after that we can go ahead and we can go see Ivan.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you.
And I think at this point we are going to take a 5. And we're back. A few of you in the tavern. So who's staying in the tavern? Who's going to go take a bath? I know Littl's taking a bath.
I'm taking no baths.
Understood.
As far as I know, me and Hawks are eating right now, but if she's trying to take a bath, I'll do that too. I'm literally not leaving her side. I
Okay.
am terrified of these people.
I'm gonna assume that the bats here are public, and Benedict is not going to show his horns, let alone any other part of his body. So I am still with Lumiere, like a pathetic little dog with his tail between his legs.
Okay. So, as you all see, most of you sit in the tavern, getting food. You see that the people have kind of moved away from looking at you and more than just talking amongst themselves. Amongst them, you see mostly farmhands and ranch hands if there were ranches, but mostly farmhands, farmers, and things like that. As you look, you see that there's one man. It was a big, burly, stocky. Yes, some muscles, but you could tell that these are from working. His hands are very rough, but he's drinking and laughing and like with this big bellowing laughter. And you can see Kasara is still moving around and providing food and drinks for everybody, as there is an older gentleman behind the bar who's also preparing the drinks that Kasara that she can disseminate to the rest of the patrons. She finally walks up to your table. Can I get you anything? I know your friend took a pastry, and I know you two have food. Do you want anything else?
Your son is the one in this Goma.
Yes.
Could you tell us how this happened?
Oh, Ivan likes to play the local children. All of our children play together. I just know that they came back from the forest running, and Ivan had this terrible gash in his head. They came back running, telling me that Ivan had fallen down in the forest, that they were playing something. I'm not sure what game. You know how children are. However, he got high on one of the bigger boulders, and he fell off and hit his head. Well, he hasn't woken up. We sent a few of the men out there to go and retrieve him. And when they brought him back, Ivan wasn't conscious. So he's just been in the bed the entire time. Ever since then, well, I've just been praying and working as much as I can. Hopefully, the eternal tree will wake him up.
Well, I don't know if the tree is going to do it on its own, but circumstances have led to myself and my companions coming to your town, and perhaps we should take a look at your son, and if anyone can show us this place where he seems to have fallen.
Yeah, we can definitely have someone take you out there. I do know your friend wants to have a look at Ivan, and you see as
That makes sense.
she speaks like meekly. She kind of clasps this pendant around her neck, like really tightly. You can see like the like her knuckles, slightly turn white. I'm sorry, but do you want anything else in terms of food or drink?
Nothing for myself at the moment.
Okay. I'm almost done. And we can go see Ivan.
All right, that sounds good.
You see, she nods and walks away. As you all still sit in the tavern, you can see that every now and again, as you might look over across the crowd, you see that one of the villagers would look at you, give you a smile and a wink and a hi, how you're doing kind of wave, as they're kind of just looking at everybody. still in like silent awe, like they're just silently idolizing you. But they return back to their conversations. As you didn't hear like a rowdy cheer. And you can see that as the bigger gentleman who's standing there finishes his tankard, slams it down. Okay. Who wants to play Between the Mountain? And you see as he smiles a bit, everyone kind of gets silent. You see one younger gentleman, hair is like red and it's really curly underneath. He takes his hat off, takes his jacket off. I do. Great, let's do this. And he kind of sits down and he puts his hand down, splays out the fingers. You see as the hardier gentleman walks over, and then Byron walks over. It's all right, Between the Mountain, huh? Good luck, both of you. He takes this large serrated knife from his like straight from the back, places it down. You see the red-haired gentleman grabs it and begins to stab the knife in between his fingers, getting faster and faster each turn. You see as they all begin to cheer and laugh and smile.
Is he singing the song that goes with that game?
No, he's not singing any song.
Oh, boo.
Shit, God damn it.
Boo. If I was there, I'd be singing it, but I'm too busy having a bath.
As you hear as the knife hits the wooden table. They hear, and he stops, and you hear, ah! They all cheer and fanfare as he. Damn it! That's the 15th time. He takes the blade out of his hand. Oh well. Oh, you win this time. He shifts it over. You see as he reaches into his pocket, still holding his hand like gingerly, takes out these two little gold coins and slides it over to the bigger man. He said, I won, and I didn't even have to play.
Is he bleeding?
Oh, profusely. Well, does anyone else wants to play?
That looks like it hurts.
We're in paradise. That'll be fine. Newcomers,
Yeah, they're on fucking drugs, I call
please.
Assuming Ack and Hawksworth are eating and things, does it sound? That's what I believe that was what was said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look to both of them and just sort of go. Do either of you suddenly have a desire to play something stupid like this, or do anything else absurd and paradisical?
Oh, well, also, she kind of looks at him. She wipes her face. She looks over. Sure. It seems like fun.
Do you think you would always have thought this?
No, but there's something about this burly man. He pisses me off.
I'm wondering if there's something about the food.
Shit. Oh. Should I throw up?
I don't know.
Excuse me. She gets up. Really, she gets just very dignified, and she stands up, walks out. Door closes. And you just. She comes back out. Goes looking.
Look, I don't know if for sure if that was necessary, but if you, like I said, if you think that you feel different than you might have otherwise done, something is going on here. I don't trust any of it.
I don't really feel different. I feel calm, but not different. But I'll take your lead. No thanks, I'm good. And you see as they all kind of all just bellow loudly and just oh, and they all then you see another younger gentleman, younger than the previous one, get up. I'll play ya. And he stands up and the game begins again. You see his Hawk sort of looks towards you. Should we take a look around the town, or do you wanna? Well, I think we should wait till they go to sleep, but
I mean, I guess I see no reason not to start with the straightforward permission to see the sun when she is done working, but we could look around in the meantime at other things, I suppose.
She kind of like looks over to Ak and like slaps his hand. Stop eating.
Benedict? Oh.
What'd you say, Ak?
Okay. Sorry.
Benedict, yeah.
Benedict, do you want to have a look around, or?
Sure, I would rather not be left here alone. So, yeah, yes, I will join you. Please.
And from there, as we head off, and you hear another stabbing of the hand, and then we maneuver over to Lithro. As you're taking over the bed, did you finish the pastry, by the way?
Well, yeah, I wasn't with them when they, discovered that.
I figured you would. I'm not sure if you would took half and left it for later or whatever you would have done.
I mean, personally, I don't like fruit and pastry. I don't think Lithro would particularly. I don't.
He is goatkin.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like maybe he would, obviously have a bite of it then and there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe would have tried to just discreetly throw it away.
Okay, no problem. However, as you're led over to the bath by one of the other patrons that was inside the tavern. You recognize her. Well, actually, you wouldn't know, but this is the same woman that tried to touch Benedict's horns. Light brown hair and brown eyes. She begins to walk with you. So you're all very interesting. We've never seen anyone like you all. Like the blue one and I don't know your friend's name, the one with the horns.
His name's Benny, is what we call him.
Benny. Oh.
That's a fucking lie.
Interesting name.
Benedict stops in place.
You there? I don't think you're there. You're not with Lithro.
Oh, I know. Sorry, I forgot. Oh, yeah, I know. He's at the bathhouse, right?
Yeah.
He just shivers.
Disturbance.
She's Benny, huh? And you have hoofed feet.
I do.
I don't mean to sound rude. What are you?
Before I answer that, will you be the one giving me the scrub bath?
Would you want me to?
I'd love it if you would.
Okay.
I'm a satire.
Satire. Ah. And what is Benny?
I don't even think he knows at this point.
Oh, that's sad.
He resembles a tiefling, is what they are called.
Tiefling. Oh. And I just have so many questions. I'm one of the more inquisitive people in town, but too afraid to leave.
Please, as I bathe, you're more than welcome to ask me anything.
She eventually brings you to a little bit further. It's not really outside of town, but it is a place that stands on its own, and you can feel some of the steam and the heat from it already as you're walking toward it. She's like, well, here's our bathhouse, and she opens, just a gout of steam comes out as you see that there is just really nice polished wood, and just like it's literally like an in-ground type of pool bath, but it's rather large. Inside there are flowers that are like just at the top on the surface of the water, maneuvering, but currently it's empty.
Is this just for one person to use?
No,
Or is this like a public thing?
it's a public place, but we do change the water, so you don't have to worry about that if you're too worried.
Is it possible to get a private room?
There's no other room here. There's just this place. But hold on 1 second. And she steps out for a second, and then when it walks back in, you see she has like this lock. She closes the door and locks the door.
So in the room, what is everything in here? So obviously there's the pool in the middle,
Mhm.
steam coming off of it. What
Yeah.
else is there?
There's the pool of middle steam coming out of it. You can see that the wood is built so that you can actually, even just sit around and take the time to, sit and just enjoy the heat. However, the walls are really like nondescript. Other than this one mural of this large tree that kind of just continues with the rest of Farbury itself. However, at the top in the center, there is a little skylight.
There's only one door into the room.
Only
Any
one.
windows?
Only one door. There are no windows. Only the one is the skylight at the top.
Right. Okay, cool. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll not that I'm really wearing much, but I'll take what I am wearing off, and I'll turn to her. Do these scars bother you?
See, she looks you over. What are they from?
Not a place like your village.
Oh. I'm so sorry. But no, these scars do not bother me. Can only take solace that you'll find some sort of relaxation here.
Are you good at what you do?
I mean, maybe. I've given some baths to my brothers and my mom and such, but other than that, nothing much else.
Well, let us test your skills.
Okay. Let's get it. You see as she maneuvers over. There is a small little inlet area. And she heads over there. For what you can see there is just mostly just like different sort of tools for bathing. She comes back around with a little flask with like this liquid in it. With this liquid in it. And this is a bit of lavender. And she has like this yellowish bar of soap. A little rough to the touch. And as you get in, she begins to scrub and bathe you. Using the
As
oils.
she goes to touch where, I mean, I just assume that my whole body is scarred.
Oh yeah,
So,
your whole body's
yeah.
fucked.
As she goes to touch my hand, I don't know if I'm going to roll for this, but I want to like instinctively, very quickly, just grab her hand in a very like rough manner.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I grab it.
Oh, did I hurt you? I'm sorry.
Softer.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll wait a second and then like let it go.
She begins to trepidatious at first, but she begins to gently start to scrub you and wipe across the scar, slowly tracing over your body, being careful as possible. Is there anything you want to ask her or speak to her about while this is happening?
So what makes you so curious about Benny?
I've always had an acute way of just getting feelings from people. He just, looking at him, he seems lost and hurt, and well, you know, maybe he just needed a friend.
In these troubled times, I think we all do.
Troubled times?
The outside of your village, I wouldn't wish it upon anyone.
What's it like out there?
Deadly.
Oh.
Quiet.
Oh. Is there anything you can show me from there?
I could show you something, but we'd need to be in private. It's very special to me.
Please, I've locked the door. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I'm just very curious.
Maybe it would be better with some air. Do you know a place outside?
Possibly we can go to the prayer rock. We can go there.
The ones around the tree?
No. The eternal tree has all of this. However, there is an area where the lady also goes to pray, and majority on certain days of us go together to pray there. Usually it's secluded. It's a little deeper into the forest. If you want to go.
Take me.
Okay. We'll finish your bath first. And as that's happening, as that's finishing up, you want to say something else, Lethro?
I was just gonna finish with, you're very good, by the way.
Thank you. As that is coming to an end, Lethro, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
My wound's gonna open up and I'm just gonna bleed out in the tub. That's a 3.
Okay. All right. You feel yourself as you sit in this bath, your eyes begin to lull. As you sit there, and from earlier, that taste of fruit and bread, you find yourself. You okay? You find yourself like it's your head dips back and she continues to scrub lightly. Your eyes heavy as you fall asleep. And we'll leave you there for now. As we move back to the rest of the party, you see as a lot of people have quieted down, the games have stopped. And you can see as Kasara is finally finishing up. She takes off her apron and puts down the platter she was using to carry around drinks and food. She walks over to you. How can are you ready to go? I'm done here.
Yes, I think that we are ready. Not a problem.
Okay. And she kind of turns around and waves to the bartender as Byron and the rest of everyone, they be in the wave to her. And it's like, bye, Kasara, good night. As they all in unison kind of like bid their farewells. As she walks over, she nods. Okay, let's go. And she turns and begins to head out. As you want to follow her, or you want to do something else before that?
I just want to turn to the others and just sort of, I mean, should we see if we can find Literal? I mean, for all his faults, he is a little bit more healing-minded than some of the rest of us. Do you think we need him, or should we go without him?
I trust your judgment, but I will say that the last time that I let Literal go off on his own, we ended up in the lab of a psychotic scientist.
So track him down is what you're saying?
I think that maybe at least checking up. I do not think that Literal necessarily needs any assistance, but just making sure that he doesn't get lost would not hurt.
So I'll turn to the girl and be like, "Do you know where our other friend was taken?"
Yes, he went to the bathhouse. Do you want to stop by and grab him first before we go?
Yeah, sure. Why not? See how he's doing. He may be able to be more of help to your son than we are.
Oh, okay. Then let's go. Quickly, a little bit more pep in her step from what you said. It's kind of, maybe giving a little bit of invigoration. She begins to walk across the town to this lone shack area. As she gets there, as you all begin to get there, the door opens. As Benny, you see the girl from earlier step out. I called you Benny. Benedict. The door opens, and as you you can see, and she steps out. She looks, oh, Benny. Hi everybody.
I tackle her.
You tackle her? Okay.
Yeah, I have my reasons, and you know why I tackle her.
Okay.
You specifically should know why I tackle her.
Okay.
So I tackle her ass.
So you rush and tackle her. Okay.
Roll a 2 against a fucking little girl.
Okay, and she's
that
not.
would be athletics, right? That would be 6.
6 damage. Okay. And
6 damage. Oh wait, I didn't roll damage. Did I roll damage?
Yeah.
It's an unarmed strike, so like there's just gonna be a 2, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, 2, and then she takes damage from hitting the floor as well.
Okay, it's getting out of hand already.
Okay. And I need to make a Constitution saving throw as well for her. Okay. So, as you strike her, she falls back. You just hear a smack of her head hitting the pavement. And she's out cold. You hear goes, what the? Why did you do that?
I give her one lay on hands, kind of like HP, so she's not as out cold.
Okay.
I look at her. I simply say, "Do not call me that."
As you do, she gets up. You see there's immediate fear in her eyes as she scurries backwards and back against the door. And she begins to breathe heavily. From where you guys are standing, you can see the head of Literal in the bath. His arms are kind of like strewn across it. And you can see Kosara as she runs past you. You can feel the wind of her past you as she goes over to the other girl. She gets to look over her head. It's her hand slightly stained in blood, and just, you monster! Why did you do that?
Do not use that name.
And
ever.
Then from behind you, you hear, what exactly is going on here? It's a very dark, melodic type of voice. And you see as Kasara looks up, Lady Ileana. Him. He tackled Haldane. And now look at her. You hear from behind you. Is this some sort of monster? Why exactly would you do this? Speak!
I do not report to you, and I leave the room. I stand outside. I'm not like going away, but I'm like, I leave the room within earshot because I don't want to leave the group, but I am removing myself from the conversation.
You see as you begin to because she was behind you. For everyone else though, what you see is a raven-haired woman. The hair goes like, it seems to almost touch her calves. She's wearing this bright white robe and a little bit of a hood that's pulled back, and a similar pendant as to what Kasara wears. What you can see, it's made of wood and like wood and silver. But in the center is it kind of branches out. It's from the center, the tree branches out to touch the rims, the circumference of this pendant. You see as she just has this deadpan face as Benedict walks past her. You dare to spill blood here. And as you walk past her, she leans close and whispers, "You are a beast." The rest of you, welcome to Farberry. I am the Lady Ileana Borislova. I run the church. I see you're enjoying our hospitality. Some of you. And I see your friend is as well. And she looks toward Lithro, who has yet to move.
I guess, yeah. I suppose enjoying your hospitality is still somewhat in question. Lithrel?
No answer.
Lithrel?
No answer.
Detect magic.
Okay.
And make sure I'm close enough to the Lithrel area. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how far away that is. 30 feet. But...
You do a detect magic. You feel that there are faint traces of magic on him, despite him being himself. But you said something like, give me a perception check here as well. Sure. Even with detect magic, I want to see if you could really. I know detect magic allows you to pinpoint, but I need to.
Oh yeah, that's fine. It's 21.
21. You sense a brimming of magic coming from his belly.
What about my other friends?
No.
Not Benedict. He didn't do anything. But
yeah, nope. You sense nothing from Hawksworth and Ack.
Interesting. What is there a school of magic on it?
What did I say? Enchantment. Enchantment.
It seems our friend over there who is not responding is under some sort of an enchantment effect. Perhaps it is benign, but this entire place is a bit strange to us. It has set us on edge, which is, I suppose, responsible in some degree for my friend's behavior here. And I gesture to Benedict. We are here to help, but we need to know what is going on for real.
Help. You've done nothing more than hurt. And your friend, enchantment, he's mostly... Look at his scars. He has not rested in quite a while. This is probably the first time that he feels safe and calm. She begins to step forward into the bathhouse and leans down and places a hand on Lithral's shoulder. Lithral, feel yourself wake up.
I'll look up. Hello.
Hello. See? Yes, fine.
Like look like round her to like see everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all joining me? I was just about to go out.
We were just coming to get you so that you could help us take a look at this child.
Does that need to be done now?
It is what we came here for.
I'll get out and guess I'm just stood there naked.
Yep.
I think at this point it's safe to assume this is not the first nor the last time we have seen Lithral naked, nor will we have seen Lithral naked.
It's the only way I get my rocks off, okay?
Hold on, look, give me a charisma saving throw.
That's a 10.
Okay. As you begin to stand up, you're just like absent-mindedly, your tongue laps across your lips again. And your stomach kind of growls. You could do for another pastry.
Do I have control over that one?
Not really. You kind of got to have it now. The crunch, sweetness, the taste.
Does anyone have a pastry?
You see as you say that, Kasara kind of looks up. Yeah, I always take one before I go home. Here, you want this one?
I'll walk over.
Dick out, swinging in her face.
Yeah, I want to feedback the bitch.
You put your clothes on, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll put my clothes on, please. And then yeah, I'll go over and bend down, and I'll take it from her, and as I do, I'll take it with one hand, and I'll put my other hand on her temple, and I'll cast Healing Word on her.
Thank you.
I don't know if you want the health.
It's just yeah, it's fine.
If I'm detecting the enchantment on the pastry itself, I'm going to try to knock it to the ground.
Go ahead, try.
What would you like me to roll here?
What are you gonna try? You're gonna try to knock it down? So straight hand business?
Just slap it out of his hand.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's that like a?
So no. So if you're gonna try and slap it, it's fine. Give me a dex save here.
Sure.
Lithral, not you, Lithral.
Oh, okay.
A dex save, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is this where we find out this is really just like a TV show about feeders and their obese people? Shitty rolls. That is although I'm quite glad I'm failing this. That's an 8.
Yeah. So you see from just some of the side of you, your senses kick off as you see Lumiere going to slap the pastry out of your hand. You try to move back to save it, but Lumiere slaps it as it hits the floor. So you strike one of the citizens, and now you disrespect the pastries, disrespect the food here. From where do you hail?
Food. That is a magical enchantment.
Oh.
Fuck. I keep forgetting that I have advantage against spells and other magical effects.
Okay. Good, because give me a charisma saving throw again.
It's not like it. It's 23.
Okay. As the patient hits the ground and slightly cracks open, You see some of the contents begin to spill out, and you're thinking about eating it just the way it is, right there on the floor.
Delicious. More pastries.
Your tongue is, your mouth is, kind of begins to get this odd taste, like metallic-y. But you manage to pull back. You keep control.
Sorry, I'm not used to playing a satire despite playing for 6 levels.
Yeah. You see as Liana looks around. So tell me, what is it you want to do here? You've already disrespected this place, desecrated it.
The fucking pastry.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm trying. What the fuck would I really say? Like, you disrespected a pastry?
It's a fucking
Well,
pastry.
well, she means the entire Farber because he did tackle this woman and damn near kill her.
That's fair. That's fair.
Saying it's a fucking pastry. You disrespected my pastry! How dare you!
They work hard to make it. It's
As
part of
someone
their.
who values very greatly keeping my mind under control and knowing my surroundings, I find it much more disrespectful that you would feed people food with enchantment on it without telling them so. We are here to help with a hag problem that you don't seem to even know that you have, although perhaps you do. There is a child here who is in a magical sleep. We want to deal with it. We don't care what else is going on in your town.
Where did you hear this hag problem? Where did you hear this from?
Who did we hear from? Just Moon Derek, I guess.
You just say Moonderic?
I'm just. I was more of a question. Is that where we got the information? I think that's the only thing. It was just
You got it from Moonderic.
Yeah, I can't remember if I. Let's see if I know. I doubt I wrote down the level of detail of where he heard it from. I don't think I want to say that. That's why I'm trying to look at my notes. No, I just want to say word has gotten around. It may not be the only place this is happening, but why would you not want our help?
You see, she suddenly takes it back. I never said I didn't want your help, but our first introduction is you slamming down one of my citizens to the floor, bleeding over the pavement, and then disrespecting the food that someone who works hard has given to you. But you are outsiders. I understand not being trusting. Please, Kosara, do you want them to help you? Kosara looks up toward Ayana. Yes, I want Ivan to wake up. Ruslan is gone, and well, I need Ivan. And she kind of looks toward Benedict. He can't come in though. Rihanna looks. She's. Well, do you have your answer? You are free to help Kosar with her son. Please, no more acts of aggression. You are peaceful people.
What was this pastry going to do to him?
Pastry is made from the berries of the forest around here. They have properties that allow you to. It gives a calming effect, and then most of us are able to fall asleep. It's a sleep unlike any other.
getting good at this hero thing.
If that is enough questions.
All right, Benedict, do you mind staying outside? Will we?
Well, the first party I'm not invited to, so if that is how it goes, sure.
You see as Ayana walks through your group. Remember what they said. No acts of violence. She steps out and you see she begins to walk toward that cathedral. You see the door opens, and just beyond it, you see there's another figure standing in there as well. Looks larger than her, slightly larger, than she is. She walks into the cathedral, and the door closes behind her. Kasara helps up the girl that was tackled. Please just go home. I'm going to take them to my house so they can take a look at Ivan. I'll let you know if anything comes about it. She's okay. And she begins to move past. As she walks past Benedict, she kind of cowers and begins to move on.
As she walks past, I just want to grab her arm, stop her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about him.
She just shakes her head and continues on.
I'll also I don't know if it'll do anything, but I'll also cast calm emotions on her, try and relax her.
Okay. As you do that, you see she kind of relaxes a little bit. She kind of untenses, and as she, you feel as you grabbed her whole body really just tensed up. But as you did that, she released, and you felt that, and you're able to let go, and she walks away. She's still holding her head a little bit. She's maybe slightly still swimming. And she walks past Benedict. Sarah looks at all of you. Let's go. She walks you to her home. It's a modest-sized place. One story. One floor, I should say, actually. Still the same thing, but she opens the door, and inside you see the living room is very quaint and nice. You see a large chair that, even from what you can see, Lumia, that the chair itself is slightly covered in dust. It has been used in some time, and it seems that the house itself is inside is a sorry affair. You can see now it's kind of shifting from that family home to a one person's home. There are things left over, and you see she kind of she walks you to into the corridor, a small little jaunt to the back, and she knocks on the door. Ivan, I have people to come see you. And she opens the door. You see just a little bit of candlelight, and it flickers, and you can see the body of a young boy. It's tucked in. You can see his other than that, his room is quite clean. It's been well kept. And see, she kind of steps to the side and cups her hands and holds them in front of her. This is Ivan. And that is where we'll end for the day. Okay. Oh, I kept my 30 minutes, like I said. We go to our tradition, MVPs. Started with Moon, so Moon, MVP.
Me forgetting I wasn't muted and saying it's just a fucking pastry.
It's just a fucking pastry. All good. All good. Hey man, it's the namesake. Other than the tree, that's what they are not known for, because they don't go anywhere else.
Also, apparently, me becoming the actual cuddle monster of the party.
Ah yes. Hawksworth is like.
I love hockey. Hockey is mine. I'll end you if you kill hockey.
Well, do your best to keep it
Finds me
alive.
food. I did a whole good job of not keeping myself alive today. I think I gotta work on that first.
Jedi Master.
Oh, well, partly, like, I just, like, I part of it is just me feeling constantly like, wait a second, I literally just tried to sort of invigorate a flaw on this character, and it's that she doesn't trust anybody, and then we go to a place where you shouldn't trust anybody. It's like, I'm not trying to make this like I'm just doing everything right. Like, I really am not. But actually, really, what it was the getting to the constant, both in character and out of character. I constantly both love and hate the duality of Lithril. It's like, I hated when he was a whiny, helpful, wants to be nice to everybody person at first. And then he was a bastard and is stabbing everybody. And now it's like, I'm glad that he's like apologizing to everybody, and yet also it's annoying as shit that he's just like, oh, we have to be apologizing to everybody. Like, and then, wait a second, is this Constitution throw going to be something for the town doing something to him? Or he's just going to go kill somebody? I don't fucking know at any time.
Always keep him guessing.
Yeah, it's great.
Speak with Josh.
Inadvertently causing Benedict to be shunned by the town by our offhand comment that really shouldn't have been in character, but was. That was pretty fun. What else? I always enjoy being the person who gets to like describe a death. Because I always see combat as like when you hit the finish blow, it's like in Mortal Kombat, the next bit is like the fatality.
Yeah, finish.
Like, you can do whatever you want with that.
Yeah.
So that's always really fun. But I think my MVP was I don't know if you guys felt it, but even though I knew what I was doing, I was also very like I guess as literal I knew what I was doing, but I guess as me, like, and I was trying to hope that you guys felt it too, was this kind of, what exactly is he doing? Like, is he being like nice, like for real or not? Or, you know, is he gonna kill her or not? Yeah.
I have no idea what you're trying to do ever.
Yeah, I honestly, even
I just stopped
being
thinking
nice to
about
people,
it.
just like walking into the town and being polite and stuff, I still don't know if you're mocking them or if you're serious.
Exactly. I'm just sitting here like, okay, he's either being really nice or he's about to stab this motherfucker and we're about to fight this town. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I'm just gonna have to accept whatever happens.
Good.
To me, Joe the player, there's this understanding that Lithril genuinely thinks that he's on the good side, so his niceness is genuine. At the
Doesn't
same
mean you won't
time,
stab somebody in the fucking throat.
that is the thing about it. So the moment that the girl locked the door, I was like, I mean, in retrospect, I should have known that some fucker is afoot when the girl herself locks the door with a fucking stranger. But I was like, please don't kill her or fuck her. I just do not.
Why
I'm
did
pretty
those
cool with the
two- why did
latter.
those two have to be mutually exclusive?
Yeah, well, I think he's okay with fucking her.
Fuck, then kill. Or kill, then fuck. Whatever you want to do.
Get it on. Let him get it on.
While doing the other.
And Judge Jellyfish.
If my siblings will stop screaming outside, then I will tell you. I mean, this is the stupidest thing to get like hung up on, but the part with the zombie, where the zombie emitting mist, literal emitting mist, and Vorovia emitting mist, it's just mist and mist and mist, and I just have this picture in my head of like 3 different colored mists just existing on the battlefield, and I will not let go of that image for it. But yeah, I already said it. I live for the blooming lesbian romance between Hawksworth and Lumiere, and I don't care how much you don't want.
Where you're getting
want or
that
not
from?
want
She
it.
spends all her time with me. I don't know where you're getting this relationship from. She doesn't have time to do this with anyone but me.
I don't care if it's only in my head. I am here for it, and I will make it happen.
Well, I can sit in and watch.
Yeah, that's fine. You do you, man. I'm not even sure what's going on with that relationship myself, as a character.
A polyamorous love triangle between Chloe and Axel.
I just want to point out that that's not my intentions here, but I think that might be what's happening.
Maybe you should ask Hawk.
I don't want to ask Hawk anything of the sort.
I won't believe anything she says.
Pretty much. Well,
Dear
you,
Lord.
Unless she buys me food.
well, you guys have the tattoos. You can make her confess.
True.
That's fucked up, dude.
That is fucked up. I'm just saying, you guys can do that. Yeah, and my MVP, the giant fight was fun. I was like, oh man, but
It's debatable.
you know, but smart play and all, you know, things like that. And me forgetting that, you know, Lumia went down in concentration engine of fairy fire. But hey, that's my bad, and well, I get punished for that. So there's that, and I'm very excited to see exactly what happens next week in this place and how the investigation blossoms a bit.
I'm
It
never
should be pretty
excited
fun.
when you're excited.
I mean, well, hey, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be quite fun. Oh, and also, you know, Benedict finally fully attuning to the cards is great. Now those cards actually do something rather than drive him crazy. They still drive him crazy, but
Now they
do
can
something else.
drive you crazy too.
Now they can drive everybody crazy. Depending on what he does with
Crazy to
it.
begin with.
And that's that. And yeah, good luck. But if anyone has anything else left to say, it's time we end.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for traveling with
fellas.
us. Bye bye.
Remember, his name's Ben.